All right, good evening.
No, I'm fixing a hat.
Welcome to the Adventures of the Red Bane Guild, where we play Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons!
You weren't holding a sharp object that I was worried you would stab either me or you.
I'm gonna Catwoman you.
I told Ian this, but I heard the wisest words today. I was listening to Critical Role, and
No!
and Matt said verbatim, use your creative mind to think of what other types of dire creatures might exist.
Oh.
He said that.
They're in the Savalier Woods, which is
And
spoilers, kinda tied to what the BBEG turns into.
and just started to polymorph into a dire honey badger. And he let her do that, and he said, think of all of the types of dire creatures you can possibly imagine.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, yes, Matt, I will do that, Mr. DM.
I still think a dire panda would be awesome.
Dire panda.
Yeah.
And all right, anyhow,
That's like,
I was trying to think of the cutest thing I could
yeah,
think of.
that is
Like
just
koala
more
bear.
threatening than a dire goldfish. What are you gonna do? Eat bamboo at me real hard?
Well, they are bears, technically. They have claws and teeth and are big and strong. Except
What
that
about
they're
a
just...
dire
They're
sloth?
they're big and strong like a person who eats McDonald's every day.
Except they're vegetarians.
They're
Anyway.
smart too.
so last we left off, you adventurers, after much futility at the Scholars Guild, received a message from one member telling you to meet him at the San Marine Cemetery the following night at midnight. You spent the rest of the day going on a tour of nude sculptures at the Bard College and inflaming a gang war, respectively. The next day, you toured the city a bit, bought some very expensive wine from Luso's. Once midnight finally arrived, you met William at the San Marine Cemetery, where he told you that he knows where to find someone who knows about the shard. He gave you the location and a skull made of melted coins of gold and silver to give to his contact in a town called Plehot to prove that you are who you say you are. Unbeknownst to you, however, the Scrags tracked you to the cemetery and ambushed. The fight was grueling,
Butt munchers.
but you eventually came out on top. You then headed back to Blue Apple Inn, beaten, cut, and bruised for some rest, and that's where we'll pick up. We'll say the following morning, so you get a long rest.
The last thing I have written in my notes is Vissa asks Absolith how much better on a scale of 1 to 10 do you feel after giving her a hug? Or 1 to
Oh,
20.
actually, the last thing that happened was Brecken that said, "Alright, now tell me, what did you find out?" So that's where we'll pick up. You're still sitting there, blood dripping from orifices, feeling real bad.
Orifices!
Orifices.
Previously unknown.
And
Give Brecken a quick rundown and then we go to bed.
alright, so
Red pill, blue pill.
this guy from the Scholars Guild, William, he knows where you can find someone who knows.
He knew.
He's totally dead now.
Oh, yeah. So he just didn't recognize that.
Well, he told us where we could find, and then I relayed the information because clearly Worth knows because it just happened.
No, I see. So you all have to go on a dangerous trek through a fungal forest.
Yes.
The hell yes we do.
That sounds like something that I'll not be embarking on with you. But I'll wait here for your report and hope that you don't die.
He did give us the skull too to give to the lady.
That's very interesting. He said
I
he stole it.
took a rag and put it over it when I put it in my bag, so I'll just grab it by the rag, set it on it, and then like dramatically pull it off. This.
Would you look at that?
Yes,
The
okay.
American.
Brecken, I would like you to roll a history check on this.
Where did he say he got it?
Said he got it from the guild. The Scholars Guild.
And it's to be like proof that he sent you? Oh, I see. That looks heavy. That is heavy. That's very heavy.
Use-
Oh, I forgot to say also, you recovered your 50 gold that you paid to William for the information as he was dead.
Oh yeah.
You just, I'll just take that. Oh, before we go any further, I have to show you guys a video. This, it's
Pause recording.
just pause really quick, because. So, are you? When are you gonna head out?
After we get a rest.
Where's your cleric?
No idea.
Oh, he's busy on this night.
Yeah, he's got things to do with his bird.
What is the in-game date, by the way? Do you know? I'm sure you do.
Well now, since it's probably after midnight,
Midnight.
it is the 14th of that month.
Spring? First month.
First month, whatever it is.
Nope, that's fall.
That was our first month.
Oh, what is the first
Yep, and that's the last time I paid attention to the month.
Green Spring or Nudo? I wrote it. I should know.
New dawn.
Alright, 14 to Nudo. Alright. Sorry, I'm not there straight away. You look like you need to rest a little bit, or you might die.
Wartham's side again.
I am not sure if there's other things to do before we go out. We could potentially look for other jobs, but I'm not sure what else. You know, this is good solid lead on something that we presumably need to do to advance our interests.
We definitely do want to find a shard or any information that. I mean, who knows where the shard could be. The sooner we find out where we need to be going, the better. Well, I'm going to bed because it's very late. So,
I go to bed.
good night. Alright.
I should have known Brecken when you said you were not going to this meeting that it was going to break bad. As if God himself would not allow the important character to be.
How would I know? I would have no idea. Perfectly reasonable, my reasons for not going.
I would imagine then that it's also reasonable that we're going to encounter trouble on this next journey because Brecken is also not going.
Well, you did say that you're going through a dangerous, horrible forest filled with mushrooms.
Never you mind that.
I think Visa could grow
I
lots of
like
character
mushrooms.
on this trip.
Oh, no, you don't.
I'm sure there's no wolves this time.
Well, I mean, the very name of the place implies that there's going to be some sort of horrible thing.
Some
there.
sort of snow.
I was gonna say.
Oh, look at this. Oh, my God. Look at the snow.
Look at the snow.
Well, it's spring now, so no snow yet. Well, I don't mind
I set my trap.
that. You say trap.
Such a
Night goes by, you wake in your respective rooms. The trap has not come up. You're fine. Yes, you examine it carefully and it is exactly as you left it. You get up and eventually convene once again in the common room after a long rest.
long rest. Oh man.
Regaining your health and slots.
I wish I could just push a button in real life and long rest.
Me too. You are brought a breakfast of ale, some not very good meat pies. They make you long for the bakery in Berwick.
I do miss that bakery in Barrett now.
These are very good meat pies.
You think there's mutton in it, but you're not sure.
Very much like meat pies. These are strong food.
I look at her with confusion and a slight amount of disgust. There was a sliver.
Very like, these are proper like Indian meat pies.
It tastes like the leftovers you'd feed to the dogs because it was too terrible to feed to the guests.
Well, the very nature of a meat pie is you've taken leftover meat and you have recooked it. And put it in sauce and carrots and corn and whatever else and into
That usually makes it better.
a crust. No, this is very good.
No.
This is very good. Goes well with breakfast ale.
It's better than starving, and that's about all I'll give it.
Vissa makes her way downstairs as well, enjoying you guys.
Morning.
So you're going to the forest, eh?
No,
Yeah,
listen,
do you want to come?
Yeah.
Well, you can't. Because
Did my uncle tell you know?
we are guessing that no matter how hard we try to convince your uncle, he will say no.
You know, if Pia was still here, I'd be better at all the fight meaning things already. But no.
maybe.
Do you think that there is someone in this big city that could tutor you while we are away?
Maybe.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Still want to be a monk, but I don't know, maybe I should practice meditation.
No, you could try that. I don't know much about monks. You could meditate. You could perhaps poke around without getting into trouble
Maybe.
and find if there is maybe a monastery that would.
Well, that's what I wanted. I thought I wanted to be a monk, but now I feel like I'm supposed to be something else.
But
I'm supposed to meditate and learn how to do all sorts of whatever.
you could go to library since you seem to like it, and maybe read books on monks
Or you could read books on Face Steel.
or on face steel or whatever.
Maybe. No, maybe I'll go there and read it.
Do you need money to maybe buy tuition classes on something or
I've got a little bit of silver left.
see
I
if
had a thought that Muir would not say, but Carrie totally would. I'm surprised you still don't want to be a bard after going to the college.
Well, maybe that's what I'll do today. So you all be safe out there, alright? Don't die in the mushroom forest.
I do a really terrible Mew imitation and say, well, I'm gonna die on the road.
Please don't.
was
You
this
should
your,
check in. You should check in on you again soon. I'm very glad to meet there.
Oh, I'd love to
Anymore?
startle the crap out of him again.
Hey, when Kazwinian he was the. You tried to do accent. It was close.
Why, thank you. But yes, he was.
Absolute, can you do a Caswizian accent?
Caswinian.
Caswinian accent since you lived there for so long?
So. Don't have too much meat.
Not bad.
Was close.
That was
Bravo! I love layering accents.
I did 2 accents at the same time, you fools.
It's fun to do one character doing an accent, doing an accent.
Very good.
Should have eaten.
I didn't have time. Just got off work.
And he had to take a shower because he worked on stupid cars all day.
Right. So there you are. Vissa finishes her food. Says I'm gonna go into the city then. To the library. See what I can find out.
Not to the Bard College.
Who's that?
Maybe.
Benjaminitis.
Hey.
Good.
Hi.
He's gonna be an all sneaky stab stab.
Yep.
Nice.
Yes. So we will, we'll say she heads off. And there you are. What do you do?
Hey, there's tips drawn in here.
You what? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You know, originally it was supposed to be a butt.
Yeah, but they were. It has too much this.
Yeah, yeah.
This part.
Too much cleavage.
Yeah, so
Also, I was doing it left-handed, I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
What
I
do you
just-
do?
I got surprised. I was looking in my journal to see if I wrote down which direction it was supposed to go. I think it was southeast.
You would remember he gave you the directions to Clairvaux. It would be, he said it was I think it was a 3-day, 4-day ride
Fungal forest as well.
south and east of Vincennes. And you would, and part of the road passes through La Forêt de Champignon.
Of course it does.
Let me pick my spells for today. Sorry.
Frenchy McFrench face.
We should probably go tell Graziello what's
Yeah.
going on.
And get the horses.
And get the horses.
You tell Graziella, I'll get the horses. Because I know how good, such good friends you are.
Yeah, that's it. Worth, don't you want to tell her? Because you have such a rapport.
I'm not scared of her at all.
She'd probably decide to kill me for all the dumb things I've done. You know, maybe she's realized that keeping the, what was that thing called? Wyvern egg was just too much, and then, I mean, no, I'd rather go see the horses.
All right. Do you leave the tavern then?
You do.
Okay. You make your way through the streets.
Make it away.
Make that away. The day's nice and warm. The breeze is slow but very, still very pleasant. Skies are clear and blue. You make your way to the docks. Find the Larkspur there, and several crew members are going up and down the gangplank. It looks like they're doing a little bit of buying and selling while they're here. And you see Graziella. She's sat where she often is, just up on the gunwale of the ship, looking down at you guys. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. I immediately go down to get the horses.
You head into the hold, down to the hold where the horses are. Bring them up, back out into the docks.
Tigger about it. Hold on, some scritches.
Those inscriptions. We are going to go on a journey.
Oh, where are you going?
Name of it?
Clairvaux.
Yeah, we're going there. To find
What
information.
what sort of need are you chasing? Have you found something about the shard?
We got a lead that there is a shard somewhere, or a relic somewhere in Vincennes.
Here? I mean, I was referring to the accent.
Here?
There's one here?
Well,
In
there
the
used,
city?
there used to be. And this person may be able to tell us she was a member of the Scholars Guild.
That would be fortunate indeed if it was right under our
It
noses.
would be very, very nice. So,
Well, go take as much time as you need. Don't worry about us. This is in relation to our quest, so.
it will be at least 8 days. Plus
see.
however long we, or whatever things we come across on the road.
Well, just don't die on the road.
Try not to.
Alright, you will be careful. She heads off to commence other duties.
Well, you guys are getting the horses. Absliff sits down, opens up the book, and starts reading stuff. And taking her holy symbol, she begins tracing in the air, kind of in a shape of a big war horse. And she does that for roughly 10 minutes.
After we're done talking to Graziella, we just stare at Absalom, making these weird.
She's just sitting there. I forgot to think more deeply about how I want to describe how this spell works, because it calls for the bestial spirit that those don't exist. You do this for 10 minutes.
if this doesn't work in the setting, I'm completely fine with choosing something
And
else.
by the end of it, you feel like you have summoned something.
Can it be like
And a few minutes after, while you're doing this rando horse just runs up the street and stops at your feet.
I was gonna say, can it be like Page Master and from the Book of Relur Ryle?
Just jumps
The
out.
horse pops out of the book.
You have
the horse
you
with
have
the color.
summoned a horse from somewhere in the city, out of the city. But it came to you. There's a beautiful white horse, pure white.
Oh yeah.
Pulls up right there in front of you. You guys watch this, and you don't know that it's connected to what she was doing, but there you just observe this horse arrive.
Close the book and walk up to
It's all saddled and everything.
What in the world?
Absolutely, just mounts
throw my
the thing.
leg around it.
Is this your horse?
No, it's no.
Wow. Okay then. Horse thief much?
Says the man who took a horse out of the middle of a.
Yeah, but there were no people nearby, and it could possibly belong to you.
I'm sure if somebody owned this horse, they'd be running up saying, "Hey, that's my horse."
They're not going to be able to run as fast as a horse.
They might. Buell was able to run as fast as a horse.
Use that.
Technically, if we stay within 10 feet of me, we can all run as fast as horses.
Yeah, it's true.
That's great.
Technically, according to game rules.
First of all, that's dumb. Second of all, who would want to run when you could ride a horse?
Which is what you're doing. So you guys mount up on your two respective horses and the mystery one that came from somewhere.
Yeah, I give the other horse to one of the deckhands to take it back below.
The third one is just kind of like. And the deckhand just leads it back below decks.
Did we named it, didn't we?
So I'm guessing.
Did you? Tinkerbell comment with the third one.
Didn't we name it?
I don't think we actually did. I think. Did we tell Vista she could name it?
I think you did actually. Joan asked her if you did.
We've been a little busy.
Tweaking this to what fits your world. This says that instead of a normal animal, this is celestial, fey, or fiend. It could be a fey horse.
A fey horse.
So stepping out of like
Then it might be
I don't
the
know
door.
if there's a fey realm, but stepping out of the fey realm.
The way dimensions work,
What's that?
and the way dimensions work in this setting is very story heavy. I suppose I could do that.
And
You just
then
materialize one like a hologram, but fey like hologram.
you fight as a seamless unit. When mounted on your steed, you can make any spell you cast that targets only you. Also target the steed. When it dies, it leaves no physical form, disappearing. You can also dismiss any time as an action, causing it to disappear.
I think the way I like best is you just sit there until you can summon an existing creature to you, just calling it to you with the essence.
I mean, yeah, if that works, I think the best with this setting, and I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Because it works.
All right, so you are all now mounted up. What do you do?
We go in the direction of the place we have to go.
How about this last
Onward.
line? There's this last like 2 sentences. You can't have any more than one steed bonded by this at a time, and as an action, you can release the steed from its bond at any time. So, ideally, or basically, it's an already existing horse somewhere that just is like, you are my master now.
Yes, and you just do a bond with it. That's pretty much exactly how it's going to work, of course.
Dealing.
Maybe, maybe not. You have no way of knowing.
Worth is
I
going
did-
to assume it is.
I did Rallure stuff to get this, and they'll have to talk to me about it.
Yes.
All right, you three trot up the streets of Rakiantown. The bustling streets, making your way through crowds of people. Until you reach the easternmost gate of the city. Making your way out of there.
Make it away.
Through the shanty town, which is in this part of the city, very poor, all dirt roads, very squalid sort of place. But once you make your way out, past the last house, you now are actually visiting, getting into the landscape of Atria for the first time. Up, the elevation rises a little bit up to some very Mediterranean type hills.
Ooh.
There you see those large, whatever those type of large trees, you know, the ones that grow in
You know the
Trees?
ones I mean.
Mediterranean regions.
Acacia? No.
Can't think of the name.
Cypress? No.
It might be Cyprus. Well, the pretty ones that are shaped like this. Damn, I want to look it up, but I want to keep filming this session. Anyhow, and you begin to get into a region of vineyards. There are vast, sweeping rows upon rows of just grapes. You see many workers, serfs, peasants, working out in these fields, cultivating, and attached to them. Yes, exactly. Those are the ones.
Those are the ones I'm eating.
You Googled the same thing I did. I hadn't quite clicked images though. Mediterranean trees.
And the road here out past the city is very well kept.
Italian cypress.
Yeah, it's very well kept, and they grow almost like they're planted in intervals along the road, creating kind of this corridor. And as you pass between them, you observe the vineyards, the workers out in them, and attached to each of them there are fine homes. Like it looks like the owner of the vineyard lives in this home attached to each
Is it
vineyard.
kind of like a villa?
Yes, very Italian villa-styled homes, some of multiple levels. You see these walkways and terraces out upon them. And you observe the occasional vineyard owner with his glass of wine in hand, leaning over and observing his fields.
So this is not like clay-based roads then? These are going to be kind of...
You're on paved roads, paved with cobblestones right now. Sort of like a Roman road.
But like it's not Mediterranean as in like clay Mediterranean with the reddish dirt.
No, not exactly. It's just like more like the style of what the tree is and how the houses look.
Go.
You pass this way for a good few hours until you hit about noon, and everybody make perception checks along the road.
This is your chance. You can redeem yourself right here and right now. From the stuff.
17.
Woo! Perception?
Boo, that was
Yes.
bad. 10.
19.
All right, very nice. So the day grows a slightly cooler and a little bit more cloudy, but the sky is blue between silvery clouds.
What'd you roll?
You rolled 2 16s.
I rolled a 15, and then he rolled a 15 on this, and then I rolled them both at the same time. They're both 16s.
Nothing untoward happens really. The road is quite wide. It's wide enough for a wagon to pass each way, and you three encounter a couple of wagons. One looks like a merchant wagon carrying various goods, and another is definitely transporting barrels of wine from a vineyard to a winery in town somewhere, probably. Yeah, nothing too terribly interesting happens. Much of the land here is cultivated, so you don't see a whole lot of wildlife other than birds flying overhead. And you get on into the afternoon time now. And you go along the road. You do anything as you travel? Discuss anything?
Well, that's something I'm forgetting, but
Worth, are you gonna retire here and drink wine all the time?
I wonder if there's any private islands nearby that one could purchase.
Do you want whole island to yourself?
Nothing big, nothing huge.
We
But yes,
already have an island.
yes, but it's not as idyllic as this.
This is only a D&D party would say.
We already have an
We
island.
already have an island.
This is idyllic to you.
Well, many things about it are. The trees, the culture is nice. There's much sophistication and rich people to steal things from. And I do like wine. Trees are quite beautiful.
You have not done any stealing unless I have. Well, you know, that would be a very good mark of a thiefy type as yourself. Taking
Maybe.
is that I have not seen you do any taking.
Yeah, I guess I've been a little off my game of late. I'm distracted by saving the world. But
Ever since you told us that you were a prince, everything has shifted. Now you have to wear unicorn clothes and
only for special occasions.
fancy hats and
Are you
cologne.
going to
Maybe I want to be a
Then-
pirate now.
There is pretty much the same thing. You are rogues are pirates of the cobblestone, sailing the high rooftops.
We're a little less overt about it generally.
You can be overt on the sea when there is literally no one around until it is shooting them in the face time.
I don't want them to know I was over there, though. I want them to turn around an hour later and realize their wallet is gone. Far away.
You have much coin. Your sack is heavy. Why would you steal from more people?
Because I can.
You have itch. Yeah.
Sometimes. To be honest, early on it was more to survive, and then it became fun because I was good at it. Then it became a means of justice almost.
Of justice.
People who were
You
terrible,
proving
cruel.
You
and
proving to
hurting them.
yourself, or you are proving to others, or
No, just to hurt people who were mean and bad. People who wronged others, and I would steal from them. Not to give to anyone else, but just to hurt them.
I feel like you are trying to have justice. Which, if you were like truly just in it is that you are doing, I would be able to connect with you, even like a little. But you are saying it is not to like scrub out. These are bad people. We should scrub them out and replace them with ones that we trust and we say are good, like an order would. You are just to cause pain.
Yes. It's revenge, not justice.
That seems cruel.
The world is cruel. It needs to suffer for its own cruelty.
Or you could fix it gloriously.
Not even sure that's possible.
I have been proving that it is possible. Well, if
The world is still very broken.
No. I can only bring glory to small fractions of people at a time.
And I can cause pain to many, many more.
No, you are, from what I have seen about you, even a smaller fraction than what I am. Because you prefer to do it in cover of night, whereas I will bring glory and shine it bright so that all can see. That wasn't slighted to your skills, but you took it that way. No, so you would come here.
Yes. Maybe. Unless I found something that's better.
You've been many places.
This is pretty good so far.
This is pretty good for water. And you, Mirwen. This is pretty good place. Retire here, place.
No, I'll go back home
Go back home.
to the mountains.
Anyway, continue forward.
It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon when you crest a hill. And going back down the other side, you observe 2 figures walking towards you. There is a tall one and a short one. The tall one is a person clad in full plate armor. Beautiful steel. Bright steel, with a helm, a tall war helm with a slot in front. And behind him trails a boy, maybe 17 years old, who's got a large pack on his shoulders, and you see this huge sword strapped to it. And upon catching sight of you, the armor-clad one stops, points at you, and goes, "Ah! You will be the ones I demand." Gets a little closer to you, realizing that you probably can't hear him yet. I demand a duel from one of you. Duel me, boy, the sword. The boy hands him the sword, and he unsheathes this big, great sword. And you can't see his face. Sounds like a man, possibly human, but you can't tell. But he just kind of squares up. You 3 are just still sitting on your horses, looking down at him. He's just sitting there, just standing there with the sword. Come on, then, one of you. Which one of you has the liver to fight Korvik the Great?
Do I recognize that name?
Make a history check.
I guess I will do.
Not great. I'm pretty stupid too.
3.
10.
Neither of you have ever heard the name.
What are we doing?
History
A
check.
history check to see if you recognize the name.
I'm swinging my leg over, looking at the other 2.
I
Like,
got a 21.
What? I don't
Yeah.
think we need to fight this guy.
You don't know the name, and in fact,
Clearly
you get the
delusional.
sense that he's
Not very.
Not really.
not really the great.
Why?
By any other
What
point.
if we choose not to fight you and just continue on?
Then I shall spat upon your honor,
And why would that matter?
because I am Korvik the Great.
You are a peasant among
Fight
fools.
me! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me!
Look behind you, a great threat to your honor.
Quick deception check.
Uh,
12. Yeah, that's an easy success. He goes, ha! Wah! Spins about.
I went to charge forward and knock him down.
Alright,
on the horse.
Yeah.
yes,
Absolute is like whipping her leg off to like get down. You just
rush forward. His back's turned to make a melee attack. Are you like kicking him?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, you make an unarmed melee attack with advantage.
I probably should have used this. So that was.
Are you doing like the shove action?
Ooh, 20.
Your horse, as soon as he turns to see the perceived threat, and boom, you kick him, and straight down goes the armor.
I'll walk slowly down with like my shield on my back and the sword here, and just be like,
What has happened?
I want to jump down.
Boy!
I want to jump down with my rapier drawn. I kind of motion to the boy to stay back.
He doesn't say a word. Just...
I kind of put my foot on the armored dude so he can't get up.
How dare you? How dare you? Could you?
Yes.
Let me up.
I am clearly without honor.
Thou knave!
Will you let me pass without further incident, or will I have to end you?
I just wanted to test my bravery.
Your bravery is not in question.
But they wouldn't even fight me. Boy!
For God's sakes.
walk up,
Let's go home!
walk up to the boy. Is this man alright? Are you okay? Nah.
He's fine. He pays me.
Oh, it's alright. Alright, get off bed and
Let him up.
pick him up, like grab his armor and just. There are so many other ways to do this. Like honor is like gained slowly over time, and just going after travelers is not the way to do. Have you heard of Ralur?
No.
Nah. There is book in the library. Looks like this one. I'll show on the cover of the You would do well to read this, I believe. You might find what you are looking for.
Oh. I guess I can't head now.
Yeah, you are not that far from the city. Go and read up and reevaluate.
Come, boy.
It's a good font.
Let us go reevaluate our goals.
To go and rethink my life.
So they log on.
Oh my. I kind of want to know what would happen if we'd actually fought them.
Would have been a fight.
I
don't know.
We would have murdered them.
There's no way to know for sure what would have happened.
Then we would have had a servant boy.
So the last thing we need is another pathetic soul.
Having dealt with that, you continue on until nightfall. What do you do?
I look for a good place to set up camp. Also, I say we should set up camp.
Probably a good
Well,
idea.
Make up some survival checks. Whoever is checking.
You'll trust your judgment, but
14.
Haha, 17.
So along this stretch of road, you are past most of the vineyards. The land here is a little less cultivated. There are more stands of trees about. Some rocky jets out of the ground. But what was rolled in?
14 and 17.
Yeah, you find a little like hollow, sort of like a half rising hill with a few trees out of it, and on the other side, on your side is a little hollow. Seems like a decent spot.
I make camp.
You guys make camp.
Absolute
no.
doesn't have a bedroll machine.
Notice there was one on the horse.
Well, I just happened to check, and I still have 2 in my gear.
Because of Bew.
I don't know.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't have like anything.
That's what I figured. I pulled the spare bedroll out and handed to
Honestly, I
Absolute.
should have at least like an adventurer's pack. No, I deleted all that because I like having characters with nothing, and then things like this I completely forgot. I probably would have gotten that at some point.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? I'm gonna like delete a couple gold off of my just so that I'm.
Just give yourself an adventurer's pack. It's
That
fine.
makes sense. We would have purchased one before we headed out of town.
You've been on the ship and there's stuff.
For a while,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure that I would have pawned or traded or gotten money for an adventurer's kit at some or
Because when we found you, you didn't have very much.
no.
You didn't really even have the clothes on your back because you were wearing underwear.
It's very true. It all got taken when Cometsville was taken down. I had nothing, but now I have lots of things. Well, congratulations and thank you for that.
All right. So, setting up tents, or setting up bedrolls, and lighting a fire. You find yourself sitting then about this, about your small fire in the midst of this little hollow.
I'll light some incense. And spend some time reading the book.
A couple sticks. You've got a holder as well. That's it. The smell of it rises up.
If not, I just stick them into the
And as night falls, you do so. Or do you do anything else?
Yes. I want to use sending.
Okay.
Hmm.
To whom do you send?
The pilgrim.
Interesting.
Ha 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 ha! I wondered if you were going to do that.
Oh, you were.
I was waiting for that. I knew you were going to do this from the morning I got bed today. I love that line.
All right. So,
Oh,
what do you say
I
to the
forget what to say.
pilgrim?
Hello.
Hello.
You have 25 words.
How are you today?
I'm
I
doing
am
good.
Missing you.
They,
XOXO.
and that's the whole sending.
You guys see Warth close his eyes, begin to looks like he's going into meditative state.
Pilgrim. I don't know if this can reach you where you are. That can be kind of thank you. This might be a way for us to communicate.
You got 3 words left.
Are you pooping?
Are you pooping? Hello, bees.
Hello, bees. Come over here and say hello to me. Is this helping your ADHD?
3 words.
You can,
No.
you can cut it early.
I guess, yeah, just...
Which is something that Laura never does. Which really makes her say, do.
A few moments pass, and a voice enters your head. You have discovered a great power indeed. Difficult it must have been to reach me in this place, but this is good. Speak to me soon.
I can speak to the pilgrim, I say to these guys.
Who is
What?
beautiful?
Was she with? Were you with us? Oh, the guy we met in the Misty with the lantern and the.
Da? Oh, you talked to him again.
Yes.
He was here.
No.
Was it your mind thing?
Yes, the mind thing. The sending. Apparently I can reach him even in his bastardized prison.
What did he say?
He said this was good, that I could reach him. Speak to him soon. There's a limited amount of information that can be transmitted. But, as proof of concept. We know this works now. I don't think I can do it very often, but often enough to be useful.
Like when we find the next shard.
Yes. Or when we inevitably can't find the next shard and get lost again.
That might
Or have a
happen too.
question about Wyvern Face.
Wyvern face.
Interesting.
So, you complete your sending. Learn about this very interesting new ability you have. What do you do next?
I suppose in some I meditate and then I go to bed. Oh, should we do watches?
Yeah, we should probably set watches. Okay, so Scrags followed us out of town. Lorith.
They wouldn't know to follow me except for the first thing they did.
They knew to follow us to place with men. Who knows how much they heard? When men was talking to us about where we were going, we have good reason to believe that they would follow us up. That?
Maybe they don't.
I looked at them.
Make a perception check.
I see her looking around and I guess I look around too.
I'm going to make perception checks all around.
11.
This time they didn't say 22. They didn't say you haven't seen the last of us.
8.
Therefore, we had seen the last of them.
Absolute mirror when you don't hear anything that could be construed with that, and Martha, you're pretty sure that the surroundings are safe for now, at least.
You say Martha?
Martha, I don't think so.
Martha.
Sounded like
Martha!
Why did you say that?
Why did you say that?
You don't say Martha, I don't think. Alright, so do you take watch?
Who goes first?
Who's taking first watch?
I can sleep. I have reading to do and I will watch your slowly sleep. Bodies. That was weird.
That sounds creepy.
No.
But okay.
I never thought you over you have been.
Alright, you two go to sleep.
I meditate for it.
Alright, you give it a amount of meditation. Make a perception check for first watch.
Ooh, 21. No. 18.
About an hour into your watch, you hear a couple of voices from the road. And it's high enough that they're not too far off. And it sounds like two male voices. First one. This is the way they said they came, right? We? But where are they? We gotta let stop. It's your fault. Yeah, well, let's just keep going. They must have stopped along the road somewhere. Well, they're definitely not around here anywhere. Alright, let's just go. And these two voices dwindle off into the night. Unless you do anything.
Are they how far from the road are we?
You're maybe 100 feet from the road. The voice is carried.
There.
That says it's pulling up.
We ordered pizza because I'm a bad person.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let him pass.
Voices dwindle off into the night. They do not notice your waning fire at all. They are gone.
I do not have armor on anyways.
Alright, your watch ends then. Who are you awaking?
Mirren, go. It is your time to watch. Take notice. I think some of Warren's friends came off looking for us. I heard them talking. Either it was someone that sounded real mean and gang-ish, And it was just happenstance that they were looking for someone, or it was whoever it was, the scabs or the scarabs or the knives or whatever. But there were two of them on the road.
Pizza.
The pizza.
Should I pause?
We can go with Mirwin's watch while you do that. Alright, so Absolute, you settle down. And Mirwin, for your watch, perception.
Pizza's
okay?
Yeah.
I think he tried to be cute and instead.
What am I rolling? Perception?
Perception for your watch.
Ooh. 24.
There's nothing sinister that goes on. No more gang members. It seems as if those were the only ones on the road looking for you right now, or the only ones coming this way. You do hear, however, a strange cry in the skies overhead. Make a nature check.
Startled Sadie.
She started easy.
19.
You hear a griffin.
Oh, cool.
A large. He seems to be a little bit away from his home right now. Maybe he's going on a longer hunting trip.
You guys can
Oh,
just
roll
speak
a-
into
A royal cliff griffin.
it. Ooh.
You don't see it, but there is a cliffin. But there's a.
I like it.
Oh, you hear the wing beats, and a shadow passes overhead.
What's the name of that little tiny griffin?
Oh,
Sparrow griffin? Or
Yeah.
I think that was it. Yeah, the little. Oh, that one was adorable. Absolutely adorable. Let's pause down and pee and get some water.
Do I hit pause?
Yeah.
So, here when your watch ends, what do you do?
I wake up Worf.
What?
It's your turn.
My turn to sleep?
No, he's been sleeping. It's your turn to watch.
You get a long rest of this morning. Not that you did anything today.
But you get your sending slot back. All right. I mean your third level. So you wake, and for your watch, make a perception check.
Natural one.
You feel pretty distracted, and like you're tempted to just send all the time to everyone you've ever met. You don't, but you think about all the people you could send to, and notice nothing about your surroundings at all.
Nice. Okay.
So the new day dawns, and
Hey, I didn't die.
the sun comes up. It is a very bright, beautiful sunny day out, and Doublehead.
What should I tell them to eat?
You all find yourselves awake around your the embers of your campfire.
Did you say don't do that?
It's a double hat.
Double hat.
I thought you said don't do that.
Don't do that.
And you
No,
were
I-
very serious about like
No, I like it actually.
I can't believe that you're double heading right
You were
Are you
actually
saving
double
those
hat.
for later, James?
Absolutely.
I know he was not.
Okay.
Or just because kind of look down
The new day dawns. What do? You all find yourselves awake around the embers of your campfire.
Bob, did bad guys come back?
Bad guys? No. What? No, we're all good. I don't think they came back.
Will
You know, I
you
thought
are
about
not
sending-
stabbed? Are you stabbed? Either one of you? Or did you deal with problem at night?
I hit
Nope.
Griffin.
Really?
Griffin. Griffin.
Griffin's real?
griffin steed? Hey, with fine steed, can I have a griffin steed?
Depends. On, does it say flying beast? Can a beast have a flying
Maybe I'm so fat that
There are many varieties of griffins, some definitely large enough to carry you. I don't know.
I know that that's like asking for. Hey, can I have like $1 million platinum?
Possibly. Alright. So we'll say that you break camp. Settle everything on your horses. You mount up.
In the description of fine steed, it says it can be a variety of beasts: camel, mastiff, pony, warhorse. But the GM can allow for different. Oh, elk
I'm a fan
caribou.
of exotic mounts.
Elk caribou is also in there. Elk caribou. I very much like the idea of just like whenever that goes out, something shows up.
You can absolutely dismiss your connection with this animal at any point and begin to summon another one.
No, it's a second level spell, and I only have
Okay.
3 of those right now.
Yes.
This is mine until this journey is done.
And yes, I like exotic mounts, so occasionally when you cast that, it will not be a horse. Instead, it will be something
Heck.
else.
When we get back to
Yes.
Vasson, you can send the horse back to its own.
Oh, duh. I mean, I will give.
You're going back to Paraguay.
Going back to Paraguay.
Alright, so you are on the road.
Oi, llama! I cannot ride llama.
At least you're still small.
You are so small, but I can get wool from you.
Platypus bear.
Alright.
Why did kitten come?
And it's hissing at me.
Yet.
So for about for a few hours you walk. Noon passes when you see alongside the road here along this stretch becomes less and less well maintained until you are on a dirt path. And that is when you see your first large fungus. There's a large rock or boulder on the side of the road, and out of it, kind of climbing up it, is this tendrils of fungus, and out the top there's a large mushroom of white stem, a red cap.
Is it dripping or oozing anything?
Nope, not you can have.
Is it a lot? Like, you know,
Make a nature check.
Duh, he's alive.
is it sentient?
I want to see what kind of mushroom it is because, ooh,
Oh, I forgot about the myconids.
Natural 20,
Holy
baby.
crap.
I got a natural 20.
What were you looking for?
I was trying
If it's
to.
a myconid?
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I knew what type of mushroom it was.
It's a crimson cap mushroom. Not commonly found in the mountains, but you're knowledgeable enough about mushrooms to know what this particular one is.
Is it poisonous?
Is it edible?
Is it edible?
If you cook it, yes.
That's a whole lot of mushrooms.
It's not edible raw.
Oh,
Mostly because it tastes foul.
such big portobello mushroom burger.
Just yes.
Good feed for this.
Put it on a pizza.
Where are we
Absolute
at?
is turning into the final Pam. Don't worry, baby. Money's here for you.
It's got a baby. I will fix the baby.
Fix the baby.
Well, your shock grows even more as less than an hour up the road, you see on the horizon, growing closer to you, this just wide expanse of forest, but instead of tree line, it is mostly composed of immense mushrooms, tall as trees.
But since the essence. Oh, I guess they're far away still.
As you get closer, you approach the tree line of this fungal forest. Just mushrooms tall as trees in many colors. You see these huge, like crimson caps, but even much taller and wider. with thick trunks wrapped in moss and vine, with more colorful fungal shelves jutting out. And you go ahead and you send out your senses. You get nothing. No feedback at all, and as far as ink.
Are there any that are edible at the moment that I can just like?
You guys pass in, just into the forest, and make a survival check.
Because you know how Mirwin likes her mushrooms.
I do. And
Nah, that's bad. 5.
You can get this one. Is this one?
You feel like there are probably some edible ones around, but not in this immediate area. The first part of this forest, it is beautiful and bright. It has an almost whimsical feel to this entry part of the forest.
Iridescence?
Yes, you could say that.
Or like, not iridescence, but like glowing to it, like glow stick stuff?
Like kind of like that.
Bioluminescence.
You don't see anything really too bioluminescent as the sun.
The mushroom forest in Terraria.
The sun still shines down here. The song of strange birds echoes through the air, and every once in a while you catch a whiff of a pleasant odor, possibly emanating from some sort of flora. There are.
Does it like echo weird because instead of being deafened on the tree leaves, it's like bouncing around, rigid?
The sound here seems a little bit just different.
Tinny.
I was going to guess that they would be more dampened because the mushrooms are soft instead of the hard tree trunks.
There are actually, as you go on, you do notice some trees as well. There are a few large fir trees, and those are also just jutting fungus and lichen all over. And same with the boulders and rocks that you see around. There are, as you pass a little bit deeper, there are thinner mushrooms of dull yellow, and in the shafts of sunlight you see these vague clouds of spores floating down beneath the tall ones. There's undergrowth here as well, some foliage like ferns, but also you see these bush-like formations of almost coral-like mushrooms with white speckled with brown and orange and green. There are these violet ones that appear to glow ever so softly in the darker shadowy areas. And as you go on, even the creatures now, you observe wildlife. Even the creatures here appear to be either fungus animal hybrids or have a symbiotic relationship with the fungus. You observe like bounding across the path, several small deer-like creatures whose fur has patches of moss and mushrooms growing right out of their bodies with flowers in their antlers. You glimpse mice and raccoons with similar features as well. So that's about the first hour. Is this beautiful bright forest?
I mean, you saw stuff like this with Claire and her character. She made these entities. I don't know if these are dead, animated by spores, or they just have like this could be like animals got into the forest, died, and were reanimated.
Oh, these are unique.
Or these are unique fauna.
Like, was it
You can
Temple
make
Island?
a nature check if you like.
Temple Island that had those wolves that were like half tree.
So I guess this isn't like too far off from what we've seen in the world already. I'll make a nature check.
18.
19.
I'm stupid. 9.
It seems to you guys that this very well may be a completely unique ecosystem. At least far beyond anything you've seen.
For sure.
So as you pass through, the road becomes quite narrow. Who is taking point in a marching order?
Absolutely not me.
The big one.
Absolute goes ahead first. Please make a perception check for the group.
We'll go in the middle.
Of course.
Natural 1.
Oof.
You march along.
It is all clear.
you feel a bit enchanted by by just the beauty of the forest and the strangeness of it. It's so unlike anything you had seen in Caswin that it's beauty and its otherworldliness is distracting. But on you go. The deeper that you go into the forest, you notice that gradually
He's starting this, by the way.
gradually the forest
He's
begins.
just adding more hit points to the enemies as we keep doing this.
The forest begins to darken. The mushrooms grow thicker, taller. The bird song fades, gives way to less identifiable and not nearly as pleasant noises. Slowly, this forest begins to choke out the sunlight, grow deeper and darker, and the whimsy you felt at first turns to a foreboding.
How long does that poison stuff last on the sword?
I believe it's 1 minute.
Oh.
You wipe it on.
It won't last like for the day. If I put it on now.
It will not. And you now, mid-afternoon, you come across a corpse on the road.
Oh, was it those dudes? I'll jump off the horse and look.
Investigate?
Yeah.
Make an investigation check if you're going up to the body.
Ooh,
Going
that's fine.
cautiously, gingerly.
Oh, I'm stupid.
I'm not.
17.
Natural 20.
Oh, okay.
14.
Yeah, this is a member of the back alley Scrags for sure. On his coat, obvious the shield with the blood red X in it. Yeah, this is one of them. What else do you want to know about it? Because you number 20.
How did he die?
Mm-hmm.
You flip the body over. He's face down. You see this dark-haired human man. Hair was worn long in a ponytail. There are several vicious scratches across the face, and it appears that some of his limbs are necrosed a bit.
Ooh. Can we tell how long ago he was killed?
Make a medicine check.
Natural one.
For you, looking at the body, it's impossible to
I
tell.
think it's over there.
Yeah.
What about for me?
Make a medicine
I
check.
rolled an 18 on my first perception check. If his natural 20 rides, then my 18
thought I'd
rides.
ask.
So what were you saying?
Oh, nothing. It's. I was saying if his natural 20 rides, then my 18 should ride.
His 20 does not ride. He's making a medicine check.
It does.
10.
It looks like it was. He's in quite a state. It's hard to tell exactly, but you figure this isn't like an old corpse.
It's been here for days, but that's.
I rolled a 17 for my medicine check.
Yeah, it seems pretty recent.
Like, it could have been one of the guys that's with her.
It definitely possibly could have, because it's obviously a back alley scrag. From context, you can put together that this is pretty recent. All of you looking at this together.
Well, you heard two of them. Where's the other one?
I'm not sure.
I lived the
Shall I call out for him?
Okay.
We'll come across it.
Make an investigation check.
You say he's with the
Dig into
body.
his pocket.
You find
10 mushrooms.
You find you find 5 silver in his pockets. There's a silver necklace with a heart-shaped locket. It's empty. And that's all.
I get it now.
I'll put someone in this one day.
I was thinking about heart-shaped box. So.
Alright.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
What was 5 silver?
Yes.
Are you gonna put Tinkerbell in your locket?
Aww.
No.
Are you gonna put Scarlet in your locket? Are you going to
Maybe both.
He's gonna
Put
secretly
you
Are you
in
gonna
the
put you in your
put
locket?
you in the locket.
Oh, I gotta add the.
Alright. You do anything else?
Get an artist rendition of my boyfriend Bew.
Or discuss the body. That's pretty bad.
Shall I call out for his companion?
No, because then whatever killed him might find us and try to kill us.
No!
You can't cover our mouth, you're too short.
I knew it was a bad idea, but like seeing you winch. No, that we should very well be aware.
So keeping on your guard, you move further in.
I am holding an action.
Okay.
I am holding.
Are you traveling on? Sorry, just a second. Are you traveling on horseback, or are you walking your horses and on foot in front of them?
I imagine walking.
Yeah, I'm walking.
I was gonna get back on horse. Why not?
Path's pretty narrow here. You would have to go single file.
We will go single.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
So you get back on the
We
horses.
could ideally just charge.
But then we're an easy target because we can't be as stealthy or as.
And the road winds.
I already cannot be stealthy. Listen to me, and I sound like Pam's when I do this.
It's not exactly going a straight line. It's the elevation changes up and down, ups and downs, goes around corners, around rises of rock and stone. And what action were you holding?
Less
Okay.
on the three of us.
You continue. And are you still in the same marching order? Perception check from Absolute.
I assume I'm the last one,
Yep.
so Balvin is in the
Ooh.
middle.
Yes.
That is
23.
Ooh.
Nice.
all right. There is movement within the trees.
I will tell.
With that, you can tell that something is watching you, but what you see watching you doesn't necessarily have a malevolent presence. But something intelligent is watching you.
Oh, intelligent stalking. We should move.
Perhaps even multiple creatures. But you don't sense that you're in harm's way right now.
We should keep moving and not touch the trees or anything. The forest has an ire about it that I do not wish to test.
I'm curious about what world she means, so I look around.
Alright, you make perception check as well.
I see both of them looking around, so then I look around.
Goodness.
Natural 20.
Oh my word.
Plus 10.
Oh yeah, so a total of 30. By the
He
way.
got a 30.
Alright.
I got a 17.
Okay, you catch a glimpse. So in this area of the forest now, actual bioluminescent flora is becoming a little more common.
30 is like. I'll tell you later.
You see a couple of these almost tree-like formations that remind you of some of the things that you saw in the Vault of Ages. That give off this faint yellow light, and just behind one of them, in its faint glow, you see a mushroom-like creature, and it shuffles a little bit. You see two eyes.
Are we dealing with Jawas of the mushroom forest?
But almost instantly, it turns.
How big?
Maybe 4 feet tall.
We're dealing with Jawas.
And of course, you remember your two companions who didn't last very long with you, except one of them is technically in your own pack. It's definitely a Myconid.
I tell them, hey, those are myconids out there. Like, remember Strawman and Scarecrow face thing? There's more of them out there. Almost positive.
We would completely go against Claire's wishes, but this would be a great place to put Strawman. crowd.
It would be.
It would be.
Anyway.
Well, I don't know if it's like against her wishes now, but without like talking to her.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But so you noticed you saw it see you, but it didn't really take any. It seemed like it was just noticing you moving through its environment. Alright, if you continue as you continue on, it is only a few more minutes before you encounter a second corpse. And as you get within a few, well, quite a bit of distance, you notice an absolutely foul odor. Just
What it?
nose-burningly horrific.
Do not do that here. You are disgracing the forest.
Only disgrace the forest in private, so is that me?
What do you do?
Yeah, what? I'm behind everybody. It's coming from that direction.
Can we tell if it's coming from the body or if it's just in the aorta?
Investigation check. I also need your passive perception scores. 10?
That was the roll, was 10. My passive perception is 20.
Goodness. My passive is 14, and my perception check that I just did was 6.
Oh, are we doing perception check or investigation?
Investigation.
I also have passive investigation. I didn't know that was a thing.
Mm-hmm. My passive perception is 16.
Okay.
Oh, my investigation was 14.
So you get up to this body and you kind of group examine it again. This one is lying back on its back, limbs splayed out. It's a similar necrosis on the fingers and a little bit on the extremities of the nose, and there's also slashing on his, just worse slashing on this one, right through his clothes, and it's another back alley scratch. It's presumably the second one.
How many of those did they send after us?
I was thinking that I would fight. It was 2, as I saw last night. I was thinking of fighting them then and there, but it seems whatever is here is. I wonder what they did to piss off forest so big.
So this body is, you can tell that the smell didn't originate from the body. Like, I mean, it's. Which one of you rolled the highest investigation?
It wasn't me.
Make a nature check.
I think
I rolled a 14.
Oh, yeah, she did then. I could roll a 10.
There is a faint substance that you don't recognize on his clothes. It's sort of whitish, but it looks like it's fading.
I pointed out to these two, but I don't touch it.
It seems like that might be what is causing the scent.
Does anybody know what that is? That white stuff on him?
I am sure I do not know.
I look closely at
Make
it.
a nature check if you like.
14.
Nine.
Unidentifiable to you guys.
I pick up a stick.
Okay. Yeah.
I like.
You just poke him with it.
Right.
I want to poke the slimy crap and see if I can judge more viscosity and
It's.
If you cause something here, I will not protect you and fight.
gotta find out what we're up against. If it attack them, it's probably gonna attack us too.
It's not very viscous. It's just this kind of a residue of a liquid. It's just push it.
Residue.
I drop the stick. I look around for things stalking us now.
So this is kind of on the side of the road. No, I don't think I need that right now.
Right now.
However, yeah, Absolute. You're standing kind of. There's a mushroom, kind of close to your back.
Jesus.
Does a 19 hit?
Yeah, 19 just hits.
Okay, so you hear this little sound right behind you, and there is this like 3 little thorns hit just in a gap in your armor. You take 1 piercing damage. Make a Constitution saving throw.
And a billion poison damage.
Before that happens, I'm gonna need some more water.
Wait.
Okay, I really only have to roll over like 8 or 7.
What about your held action for less?
That was a while ago.
Okay.
I mean, I can hold it.
Not bad, huh?
12.
That's it.
Really?
Yep.
Then we
It's not high CR.
Then we all almost literally cannot save or fail this.
Just a couple of little thorns. You turn and you see what this like burst boil on the tree. This little land that's just kind of dripping down into a moss now, and it looks like some sort of little boil or cyst on this thing that just exploded, shooting out thorns. And looking around now, you notice a couple of them on other trees a little farther away. These little pustules almost, with thorns sticking out of them. And it looks like if you get too close, they go burst and release thorns.
I do the thing that James does when you just earlier when I kind of like touched him on the back and he did this. Actually does that. And I'll say, alright, they should keep moving, not stopping. Those things are the things. Throw one of the thorns onto the body.
So it's not like it wasn't like a myconid behind him. It was just a mushroom defensive.
Just got pierced by something.
Kind of those things I'm falling over.
Oh yeah.
Just smaller.
Just like those things.
I knew what he meant though.
Thorn with the spiky plants. Alright, you continue.
We should go.
Can I force push them onto the
You don't have that.
wampas or whatever? Not the wampa.
There's a similar thing in Half-Life Alex.
Is there?
There's also something similar in No Man's Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, are you continuing the same marching order?
We're gonna continue to
Video game.
compare your thing to video game mechanics. Yes. And I will keep my eyes out for that horse kiss.
Alright, make your perception check. As you continue into this darker part of the forest.
What are we rolling?
I can't roll to save my life. Perception.
Just your line leader will be rolling perception right now.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're like stopping, breaking off from the group and looking around.
Okay. I got distracted because James was like waved at me.
What was your land?
11.
Good. You continue for a while, and you pass beneath a quite a large mushroom that kind of splits the path a little bit and goes around it. This big whitish trunk, and looks like it's hard to tell, but a dark colored top. Who farted?
No, I was just being weird and put my face in my thing.
And it's absolute.
I think
You're the first one.
Good.
That's an actual 20.
No!
Okay, from
What would
above
you get?
From
That's
above,
what I get.
from above you, you feel this sticky,
Ew.
web-like substance grab onto you.
Oh,
that
let's
was-
hope not.
That was a hit. So you take
Let us both die.
you take
should be good.
4 acid damage and make a Constitution saving throw.
I have to roll. I literally have to roll a natural 1 in order to fail the Constitution.
Each one of these has different DCs.
Okay. Well, how about a 26?
Easily saved, yes.
I took 4 damage.
4 acid damage.
What's that?
On your constitution and your
And my strength. But remember, we all, if we're within 10 feet of me, have +5 to our saves.
Oh
no,
yeah.
like your is it charisma?
Yeah, my charisma is. Yeah, my charisma saving throw is +10.
Do you feel this begin to?
I will not fail saving throws.
You feel this thing begin to like tug on your shoulders. You look up and there's this strange like growth of this black mushroom on the underside of the top one, on the underside of its cap, and it is surprisingly strong and bigger than it looked at first.
Reach forward and
Can I
let her
do?
down.
I was gonna do the Ike thing from Smash Brothers, where he like twirls the big blade.
Is this one on this one? On this one, roll initiative.
Oh,
Not that it's not saying it's tough, but that its mechanics require it. 25, 20?
20.
Just a second, I'm not done. Okay.
20, 15? $15, 10?
13.
10, 5?
7.
I have advantage on initiative, so I have
She's special.
Okay, Warth, it's your turn.
I
What
guess
do you do?
I she's right in front of me, so I just try to cut the vines.
Okay, make a melee attack. With your rapier. With Invictus.
Invictus. 26.
It's easy to slash. Just make a roll damage.
Do I get sneak attacks since it's engaged?
Yeah. Yeah, you absolutely
sure.
do.
Okay, so that was 11 damage, regular damage, and then I love that. 20.
It's yeah, it's got a strong pull, but it
31.
itself is very easy to cleave with a sword. Yes. And Absolute, you got this sticky
Tendril.
fungal tendril web on you. It just
Then I am going to have to clean this armor.
takes you a minute to
Ugh.
pull it off.
We should go.
Alright.
We have Lily gigged enough.
Lily kick.
We have Lily gigged enough.
All right. You continue again. You sense that it is becoming evening now.
We should
Do we wanna
not
camp in this
sleep
place?
in forest. No,
Yeah, this is a freaky place.
no, we should definitely not be in this forest at all.
You continue on through the night then.
Absolutely.
As far as we can go.
How long did the smart man at place say we
It's
got
a couple of days, right? Or?
4 days.
through the forest? It is going to be a couple days.
Well, I said it would take 4 days to get to the place.
Didn't actually mention how much of a delay the force would cause.
Yes.
He was rather vague about that.
Of course he was.
But we've been on the road for 2 days.
All right. As night falls, you continue on your horses, going forward. Absolute first. Make a perception check.
It's on your phone.
Electrical tape. I'm gonna paint my nails later, and then I'm gonna peel it off. That's gonna be cool. I'm not actually gonna do that. I'm just gonna paint my nails regular. 23.
You hear
Very sexy.
sound. You hear strange sounds in the underbrush around you. You are being hunted.
Hunted.
At this
You, sir, are
You're
being
certain.
hunted.
So you are certain from what you know of the wilds that something is on the prowl for you and it knows you're there.
Is it more Yub Nub or is it?
No, it's definitely malevolent in its
The
intentions.
Myconids were not malevolent. They were just.
You got it was just they were interested in your presence, wanted to check it out.
There's a thing there.
But this is different.
We didn't have any golden metal men with us.
So they weren't going to shoot you with the shotgun.
And we're being chased by the Demogorgon now.
Is it feeling like this is about to be a thing?
Yeah, yeah. Things you got a good roll. Yeah, you might be getting closed in on right now.
Do you,
All right, marker time.
Okay. I cast Bless on the three of us.
Okay, you were able to do that before anything starts.
I cast Bless. I say, "Come at me!" and I get off the horse.
All right, you guys quickly dismount your horses.
come at me, bro.
You shoot out this inspiration of bless to them. Marker. Where is it?
It is.
I saw it.
It's right, it's that, no,
No,
That's
there's a
different.
whole pick a
They're
pack
over
over
there.
there. I don't know. Where
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but I don't know where the one went.
I
I
thought you meant the
saw
one
it.
on your notebook, but that's a permanent.
Black red.
Oh, that one? In the hat?
Yeah, there it is.
Now you see it.
I knew I saw it somewhere over here recently.
So this is the path.
Horse, not try that again. You are blessed.
Kind of
Which does what again?
Whenever you roll
attack roll or save.
any ability check,
Is it any ability check?
attack roll or saving throw. I'm done.
Roll and save.
Attack roll or saving throw.
This is the general path. It widens and narrows. There are mushrooms,
How many of these bad boys do you know?
wood.
You would pull some more space like
Would
this.
pull some mushroom. Like this.
You pat yourself over
Yeah,
that one.
well, very good. Oh, this is what you were talking about, wasn't it? Weren't you, Nick? When I
What was
said
it?
I wanted to use that line.
What was it? What did it? What?
I
I think I remember this. What did I say?
said I would like to use the line sometime in D&D. You've lost the moment you entered it.
All right,
And
save
he
it.
said, you're going to get to use that soon.
Just save it. Hold that until the Martin. Hold that. You'll get your moment, maybe.
That thought?
No, what's gonna happen is that there's going to be a boss wolf, or whatever this is, and Yub Nub, and it's going to say that to us.
I can't say until after you've won, though.
All right.
No, not really.
All right. The minis.
That's View. There's Abtulis.
You guys leave the horses back here.
Wait, oh, never mind. You already did because you're smarter than me.
You go up here, absolutely in front.
Yes.
And you guys kind of are just like this. When from one in front of you and one behind you, these two creatures jump out.
Lucky me.
Yay.
Oh, two creatures.
Do we need to roll initiative again?
Yes, and one right behind Mirwin, just pounces out. And what you see is what appears to be. It's a creature about the size of a wolf, but it's not wolf-like. It looks like more like a badger in its shape, thick, and it has this long tail. The tail is ringed. You see fangs. It looks just enraged,
So this is a.
and out of it, of course, also shelves of fungus, various mosses and mushrooms on its back, and there are several bone growths. Would you like to know the name of this creature?
Yes.
Is it a port? I'm trying to get
Badger
like a
wolf.
honey badger.
It is the name of this creature. is dire fungal skunk badger.
Oh, that is so
You
good.
just put words on words.
Just because I
They're
came up
great
with that
words.
this morning and I was like, that's so funny, I can't not use it. It's awesome
Dire
and funny.
fungal skunk badger.
You heard me.
You're glorious, Nicholas. I love this.
What'll happen if we Google that?
It looks just this absolutely
It'll break Google.
vicious creature.
You can break the internet.
Initiative again.
Roll,
Oh yeah, I did that already.
roll,
Skunk badger.
25 to 20.
Skunk.
badger.
I need
What?
25 to 20.
Did you mean no?
It looks like there aren't many great matches for your search.
We stumped Google.
Yes. 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
Oh,
Oh yes.
hoda. 18.
18, alright.
19.
16.
You guys are
Well, hi.
All these mushrooms around, yeah.
high. 18, 17? Sorry, what's
I had 19.
19, 18. Yeah.
Was there one in front of us or two in front of us?
Why is that funny? That shouldn't be funny, but it's funny.
Because it's so taboo.
Okay.
That's dumb too.
Mirren, you are first in the initiative order.
Oh,
Oh,
just gracious me.
How close is this one?
It is. You turn and you see this thing charge right out at you. It's within 5 feet.
Okay, can I hit it with my axe?
Okay.
Ew, that was bad.
you turn?
Yeah, you spin this thing's right in your face.
spin.
I can use
You woodsman.
the. I add 2 attack rolls, or
Yes, the
Let's
D4
add that
to
to
your
that
attack
D4
rolls.
to your attack rolls.
So if you rage, you'd have advantage plus a D4.
okay, yeah, I do that.
Okay, so you. Okay, so you rage.
Rage. But my first hit was a 14.
14 misses. Yeah, so you go to strike at it, and you cleave off a little bit of like a mushroom from its back, but miss the creature itself.
The second was a 26.
26 hits. Roll damage.
13.
Okay, is that you here? Absolutely.
Absolith will move forward to this one and attack 2 times using a D4 each time. Will she do that? Or will she do something else? I think on a bonus action she's going to cast Searing Smite. So, yeah. No, not Searing Smite. I'm sorry. Divine Favor.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing Divine Favor instead. This is the one that I meant to do because that one's just so much better. Jeez, this one's gonna hit. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, it does.
Good, I can actually do damage with my stupid sword this time. Oh. 13 points of damage. 3 of those are radiant. Second attack. Hold on. I didn't roll my d4 for bless. Does a 25 hit?
Yeah! Whoa!
11 points of damage, one of those being radiant. That's going to end my turn. Finally,
You
I'm
charge forward.
doing stuff.
Your sword begins to glow slightly, and with each slash, this burst of light bursts forth. You carve a fungal shelf from it and slash this deep gash in its side. And Worth, it's your turn.
Chaos Bolt, level 3 is the one in front of Absolute.
You probably have to move.
The one in front of Mirrorwind.
I mean, either one,
either
you'd
one.
have to move to see it one way or the other.
You probably want to move closer to Absolute so you'd have a. Don't you get something if you're within 10 feet or 5 feet or
That's
something?
only
Or
for
did you
movement,
do-
though.
10 feet. 10 feet. Within 10 feet, you're going to get the area of protection. 5 feet is area of protection. 10 feet is area of alacrity. So
So you're moving to the side and shooting Chaos Bolt at the one with which one?
right now, you're out of range of any of my buffs.
I'm going to move to here and shoot this one because that's the direction we're going.
Okay.
You have to be pointed at it.
Alright, you position yourself. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Roll it.
$22.
Did you add your D4? Not that
Yeah,
it
it hits easily.
24.
24. Yeah, but we gotta get the big numbers.
Alright, roll 2d8.
Is D8s or D6s?
2d8s to determine damage type plus some other damage, and then d6s on top of it.
That's where I got the D6s from.
You can sneak attack because they're engaged.
Not
On spell.
3 and a 1.
So fire damage or acid damage.
Ooh.
I'm so
Acid.
stupid.
Okay. And now you roll 3d6s on top of it and tell me the total damage.
Acid.
Will you remove 4 damage from that creature? Because it's concentration to cast the thing that I did, and I want to keep less up.
Oh, right.
I'll try to remember concentration too. I won't always remember it though.
No, that's on me for casting 2 concentration.
11 damage with the d6s?
11 for the D6s, I guess, plus the 4 then that for the D8s.
Yeah. So total of 11?
15.
Total 15. Okay, got it.
This is why I let this do it usually.
Okay, so you summon this bursting stream of acid that just flies out and arcs over and slams into this this fungal this fungal badger, this feral thing, and it just burns into it. You see it melt like into its mushrooms and its and the moss and into its flesh and its burnt and its fur. And it just hisses at you. And it is Badger number 1's turn. The one next to Mirrorwind. It is going to use Noxious Spray.
Gross.
And you see it back up slightly, turn, and from its butt just eject this jet of terrible, vile smelling spray at a point within 30 feet. Okay, it projects it like right behind you, so you and Wareth need to make Constitution saving throws.
Mushroom. Well, this is not a strength save, but a 10.
Does not save.
Of course it doesn't.
Hold on.
Oh, do I get to roll a D1, D4 on that too?
You do get to hold it.
Are you still concentrating on this?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why you had them points. That's why I had you take those points off, I think, so you could still
That's
concentrate.
4, so 14.
14 still does not.
You suck.
Does not save.
Hold
Ah,
on.
I
Hold on. Well, no, neither of you were within range of my area of protection. So never mind. Get closer.
Number.
14.
Last
You
time I was
both-
right next
you
to
both
it,
failed.
somebody made me a target.
Okay, you both take 8 poison damage, and you are stunned.
I'm resistant to poison.
Oh, okay. Well, you take 4 poison damage, but you are both stunned still for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving.
Oh,
throw.
and I have
Make
advantage
sure
against poison. Does that mean I should roll it again?
Advantage against. What is it? What is the text on that?
It says
Advantage
the
against poison.
saving throws. I don't know.
Yes. Against like effects that cause poison damage.
I don't know.
I don't know what that means exactly.
You know what
So-
that means?
Matt was using it as there's poison damage and then there's the poison effect.
Yeah, the condition.
If it is if it is the condition of being poisoned, you have advantage against that. And if you have resistance, it means that you take half damage
Yeah.
from it.
Okay, this does
So-
not. This does not inflict the poison condition.
Yeah, it just says against poison.
Okay,
So,
so what you will take half damage. So you take 4 poison damage,
Okay.
but you're both stunned as this horrific odor just invades your senses, and you double over.
I think we know where that smell came from.
Badger.
and where do I? Oh, there's conditions. Stunned.
Yes, your next turn you can't do anything except for repeat the saving throw. All right, that's going to be the total of its turn. Oh no, it's going to use Vile Spores as a bonus action.
Of course it is.
You both need to make Constitution saving throw again, except a different kind this time.
Well, that was horrible. 12.
18.
That one does not save. That one does save. You shake off this extra puff of spore that you take. You suffer 5 points of necrotic damage as it ejects spores from all of this growth on its back.
I think it's because I'm closer to it. That's why I took the damage.
Okay, is the one engaged with Absolute next? It is going to make attack to it. It's going to make a bite attack and a claw attack.
Bring it on, little man.
All right, lashes out with you.
I was really hoping my chaos bolt was going
16 to hit.
No.
Nope, his bite
Oh, nice.
misses. You shove your sword at it. Boom! Its mouth out of the way, and it comes back with a claw attack. Oh, that's a 23 to hit. With the claws, and just off the tail of that, it swipes its paw at you. And
Screw you, little man.
you suffer 16 points of slashing damage.
6.
Yes.
Not 60 points.
Good God. That's its turn. Back to top initiative. It's Miro.
Sorry. Half 16 is 8, so I need to roll above 10. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, you got a few things.
Concentration. I want to know. Check. 5E. I need to know
Magic school.
what I add to. Do I add my? Is it a con save?
As I understand it, it is, but I'm not sure what the DC is, or how that's determined.
It's 10, but I need to know what I'm adding to it.
Oh, okay. Is it just your modifier?
That's what I'm wondering.
I think it's your modifier.
Because it's 10 or half the damage dealt.
Okay.
But I don't know what I'm adding to. is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And I have a +10 to my Constitution, which means that was a 14, which means I cannot fail unless I roll a natural 1 if they damage me less than 20 points of damage. So I literally cannot fail.
You can't
Cool.
fail concentration checks ever.
Unless I roll 1. The two conditions being, if they damage me less than 20 points, and I have a concentration spell up, I have a 5% chance I can only roll a 1.
Right.
Otherwise, if I roll a 2 plus 10, I make it.
Yeah.
But if they damage me more than 20, if they say damage me 30 points, my DC is now 15,
Okay.
and I'd have to roll a 5 or above. So
Gotcha.
yeah, I save.
Okay.
But for small potatoes like this,
Yeah.
small potatoes, I literally, it would be impossible for me to fail.
Okay. Very
Well,
good.
5% chance.
Then it is back to Miro on top initiative.
Anyways, that was a convoluted way of saying bless is still up.
I need to make a con save, right?
Yeah. It's yeah. You're stunned. Make a Constitution save.
I did 27.
That
Oh.
saves. You are no longer stunned.
Yay!
You
Very good.
manage to steel yourself and shake off the effects of this vile, terrible spray.
And then I get to take my 2 attacks? Or was that?
That's
that
probably
is-
your turn.
You repeat it at the end of your turn, so that your turn is spent making
Okay.
the saving throw. Unfortunately.
I wasn't sure.
Absolutely. It's your turn.
At least I'm not spending any more.
But you're stunning.
I'm gonna take 2 attacks at this pool.
Yep.
I'm gonna take 2 attacks at this pool.
You dare approach me.
20,
Yeah.
3.
Hit. Well, that's some damage. Nice.
7 points of damage. That's not so good. 17?
Oh, it's a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, and then 6 points of damage.
Alright.
And then I'm going to back up and take the opportunity attack if it's going to give it. I'm going to back up there.
It misses.
Okay. So that these 2 fools have aura of protection.
So you take over, you like whirl, you slash it as you go to retreat, and it just opens another gash right in its back as you turn and retreat like 10 feet back.
I'm just not like breaking eye contact with it. I'm
Yeah,
just like need protect.
Protect, buddy.
Must protect.
And you get back in range of them.
I'm gonna actually move. No, I'm gonna stay right there. That's good.
Okay. Anything else with your turn?
That is it, since I don't really have anything.
Okay, Worth, you're up.
Oh, I'd actually like to.
19 saves.
I'll do it
You
next time.
you as well finally get a hold of yourself, just barely keeping yourself from retching all over the forest floor. You shake off the effects of the spray. All right, Badger. It's gonna take attacks at you, Mirwin. Bite attack and a claw attack. It's a 23 to hit. Again,
Ooh.
with its bite. You suffer 8 points of piercing damage as its jaws close and you feel 2 punctures. And its second attack is.
Is that
Piercing?
Oh, you are raging.
4?
Yeah, 4 points of piercing damage because you're raging. And its second attack, it comes out at you with its claws next. Does a 16 hit?
no.
Nope, miss. So you get your shield up in front of its claws and it just slashes it. And that's the end of its turn. Yeah, it's the end of its turn.
Ha ha.
Here you go.
Yeah, I don't.
Second magic. This one is going to takes eye contact with you, turns and sprays.
Oh, it's gonna stay there.
Yeah, it's gonna stay where it is. Spray right behind you. All three of you make a Constitution saving throw.
You have +5 to it, and D4. D4
Because I'm
plus
gonna
5.
need it.
I'm gonna need it too.
I still failed, I'm sure. I failed. That's a 10.
Total? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no. What am I thinking? Oh, that's the. Isn't it? Yeah,
15.
15.
You got a 15.
15 fails.
I kept trying to add just 1 to this to make it.
You added the +5 plus the D4.
Yeah, my brain.
He has a 0 to his.
Yeah, my constitution
What
saves.
is save? What's your save?
16.
Fails.
18.
18 saves. Mirwin, you're get a little bit used to this smell now, and you resist it. You two, just it hits you again more than you just weren't ready for the second. You just weren't ready for the second puff of it, and you feel this nasty spray on your skin.
Ugh.
You both take.
Don't worry, Babin, I will protect you.
You both suffer 1 point of poison damage, and you are stunned.
I will protect.
And that is
You're
gonna
not
be.
doing a great job.
That's gonna be its turn.
Did a lot for you.
He did, but Worth doesn't realize that. He just knows he's stuck now.
Oh, you're one of those.
Top initiative.
I'm
Mirwin.
still stunned.
I'm going to attack the one in front of me.
Oh, I took 1 point of damage.
1 point of poison damage. Yep.
I save.
Okay.
Wes is still up.
Yeah.
It's literally whenever I take damage, I have to roll that.
13 to hit the first one.
15 misses.
And a 13 again.
Another miss. You try to come back with your axe, just barely shaving off a couple of its mushrooms off its back the first time, and the second, it like just muscles its way up into your space and gets the handle of your axe and just knocks you off balance. Absolute. Repeat the saving throw. You are stunned.
20.
Saves. You now as
Would you
well.
like some water?
After the initial shock,
Oh,
you're
that'd
able
be a
to,
good idea. I'll be
You're-
right back.
after the initial shock, you're able to shake it off, regain your grip on your sword. Do not throw up.
Alright, well, I am here for you now. Let's do this. Rah!
You get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. I want some water too. Since it's kind of like an impromptu break.
Alright, take a quick pause.
Oh, we don't need to know. Dylan, we won't find out eventually.
You are double over. Make that saving throw. Just
You have a D4. You are blessed.
I don't think I need it
you're
now.
all gonna smell so bad.
18.
Saves. You shake it off. No longer stunned.
Jeez, I have protection from poison.
All right, it's First Badger's turn. It's.
You don't care.
What is it? Is that a spell?
You don't care? No.
No, the protection.
Protection from poison is a spell that would have.
Oh, that you just haven't used.
I didn't take today. I should have.
Oh, you didn't prepare it. Oh, I see.
Didn't prepare it.
Okay,
Oh, you would know.
First Badger. It's
Well, I'm not a utility caster.
it's not it's not seeing anything past you. It's just rage right at Mirwin. Oh, that's a natural one, and that's just a 9. Yeah, it takes. It tries to chomp at you and bite, but you hunkered like behind your shield and just beat back. It attacks at you. That's its turn. Badger number 2 is going to rush it, Absolute, straight at you and take 2 attacks.
It's
Make
a
a wish.
boy.
19.
19 hits.
Okay.
Just hits.
That's its bite. And so you suffer
I rolled a
14 points of piercing damage. And
Oh.
Actually,
with its claw attack is a 16.
19. Misses.
Alright. Go ahead and roll your concentration real quick.
Oh yeah, 16. 16 points, so I need to roll a 10. Plus, I do technically get a D4. That's weird. I don't know. I'll roll without 20.
Right, yeah, obviously. Oh, again, as a bonus action, it will.
Thank you for your reminder.
As a bonus action, it's going to use Vile Spores. Puff! And within 5 feet. Okay, just absolute Constitution saving throw.
Can it do multi-attack? Whatever.
Multi attack and bonus action. So that multi attack is one action.
Jeez.
Am I wrong?
Jeez. It sounds right to me.
I mean, I generally in stat books, I'm pretty. Multi attack is listed as one action.
One action, yeah. It just. I'm sure you're right. It seems like a very stacked monster, but it's fine because there's only 2 of them
Yeah, I mean this.
so far. It just seems like a very. It seems like a very stacked monster to me. I'm not going to. This is fine, buddy. We've had. The last 2 fights have been very whingy humans, and I'm excited for a big bad fight.
Okay.
Even if they are a little stacked, that's cool.
It's designed to be like small, fast, dangerous.
Yeah, sure.
But you'll.
I am not. I am merely exclaiming. I'm loving every second.
Okay.
I'm not judging.
All right, let's go. Constitution saving throw.
Is it from everybody?
Just you, because you are the only one in range of its spore, of the Vile Spore attack. It's within 5 feet.
Oh, okay. Oh! It's not the area of effect thing. This is a slightly different one. It's not the one that, makes all of us stunned.
No,
That's
not
an
this.
action itself.
That's a different action.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, this
Then
one's
I had
just,
it. Then I had it completely wrong, and it's not nearly as what I thought it was.
This one's got a lower DC. It does less damage.
Cool.
Doesn't stun you,
Beautiful.
but it's a bonus action.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
27.
Easy save. You got it. Is one, Badger 2. Okay, that's both of them. It's top initiative. You're up.
gonna swing my axe at his stupid face. Does a 23 hit?
Yes, it does. Roll some damage.
I think I got
9 damage.
You replaced the little shock thing.
9 damage on your first
Attack
attack.
control on like half the suspension, yeah. On the one side, now I can still do the other side.
And then 14 to hit.
14. This is just barely.
Pretty cool.
Alright, so you get a first one. It's a solid axe blow right into its arm, and you just pull it back out. Try to go back again, but it just dodges out of the way barely. But absolutely, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to cast. I can't do that. I can't do any of these. Guiding Bolt is a ranged spell attack, so I really can't do that. How hurt is the one in front of me looking?
That is That one is looking. It's limping.
The one from me?
Yeah, you've done. You got quite a few good hits on it, and it is. Wait, am I mixing up my badgers?
I mean, I've done a lot of damage on.
Yeah. That one is. It's looking hurt. There are gashes in its side. You see this thick black liquor coming out. There's carved off fungal shelves and such.
Alright. I'm gonna take 2 attacks. I want to do something else so that you can do some rogue stuff, but I really just don't have any sight lines. That's a natural 1. 17 to hit. Hit, okay. Gosh, minimal damage. 4 points of damage.
So you get a more good slash
I
on
want
this one.
I want to pump smite. I want to
Smite too?
no, I don't.
Okay. So with just your standard sword blade, you take another slash in it. And you almost like slash straight up.
I really should smite though. I really should smite though. I really should smite though. I'm gonna smite. Hey,
All right, okay.
I'm gonna smite.
All right, with this sword, with this strike, a bright light begins to run up your blade.
Yeah. So it just, I already hit, so it just does extra damage.
But somebody tell me how much you're doing on with that smite.
I believe it's, so I'm gonna do a level 2 smite. I just gotta figure out. Gosh dang it. Smite. 5e. I gotta remember how to do smites. Jesus. 3d8.
You're dropping bless too. It's a concentration spell.
Smite is not concentration.
Is it not?
No, I can cast around a concentration as long as it's not concentration. Smite is just like extra damage. Just boom, extra damage.
Yeah, you're right.
5 points of damage.
Oh, how do you want to do this?
Yeah, so
So
it is a slice, and then I kind of like whinge for a second on whether I'm gonna do smite, and then I go, no, yeah, I'll do smite, and then it just like the blade erupts with radiant damage, and the creature like dies.
Very nice. That one falls dead in front of you. I'm going to remove that token if you like. Warth, it's your turn. If it's your turn, you
Yeah, that's.
All right,
She's not meowing.
yes, Absolute. After Absolute goes.
I'll move there.
Alright. I shoot it. This crossbow?
Yes.
Okay, make an attack roll. Just a raised attack.
And you get advantage because these guys are harrying it. We are harrying the creature.
Yep. Correct.
Your first one was better. Do I get this thing on the attack rolls, right?
Yes.
14.
Just misses.
You get the first one because it's advantage.
Yeah, that was 12, so
Oh, okay.
13, 14.
Plus your never mind. You're okay.
Yeah, I rolled it.
You rolled a
Did
4
I?
and a 2.
Yeah.
You shoot a bolt off and it buries itself in a mushroom behind the badger. Anything else with your turn?
Laughing.
What?
Anything else with your turn?
Nope.
Alright, it is badger time. It's going to take its bite at Mirwin and then slash over its claws.
time.
It's better time. Oh, and he just can't hit. That's a 9. 9 with its bite, you just get your shield right up, and its claw attack with its new threat and Absolute coming up to it. It's going to take its claw at you. 10. No,
Yes.
it's not doing it. All right, it's gonna Vile Spores. Constitution saving throw. Mirwin and Absolute.
Oh, it can get anybody with a 5-foot range.
Just
Yeah,
with
D4. You are blessed.
Puff Spores. Lights out.
Plus 5.
Oh, okay. 34.
30.
Yes, the numbers in the 30s save. Easily you shake off this puff of spores.
Goodness, what'd you roll?
25.
What do you have? What's your constitution?
Plus 8.
Goodness.
That's
I rolled 17 plus 8,
its turn.
and then the 4.
It's Mirwin, top initiative.
Is that with the plus 5 of me? Okay. Goodness, that's awesome.
My turn?
Yep.
Swing my axe and stupid face. 18 to hit.
Hit.
That is not what I meant to do. Uno momento. Twelve damage.
Stop touching me.
Stupid, get me, Swan.
Okay. So you get first you just slice right into its back.
And then a 25 to hit.
Hit.
And 15 damage.
With this one, you just bury the axe hard and then pull it back out and just black it over and it runs down. And it's looking like it's just barely holding itself up. Absolutely.
I hit it twice. It's not doing well.
Just, I can't help it. You're amazing. I'm gonna hit it twice.
Gorgeous movies.
21.
You're only gonna need to hit it once, probably. Yeah, that hits.
6 points of damage.
Okay, you have to hit it twice.
Smite! 9 points of smite damage.
All right, how do you want to do this?
Listen, I had 2 really bad fights. You're gonna have to give me both of these monster kills. I guess you guys
You
did too.
deserve it.
Again, it's the slamming the sword into it and then being like, we will, and the creature just again dying.
Straight into its neck, and just with the burst of radiant energy, it just collapses and dies. Like head half severed.
The cool thing about smite is that if I roll a natural 20, the 2 or 3 or 4 d8 that I roll also double.
Yeah. Smite can get crazy.
Smite is what you do, is sneak attack.
Alright, so the 2 creatures now lay there.
We should go.
The 2 dire fungal skunk badgers.
We should go. We should not mess with these at
Let's
all.
go.
You smell just horrific.
We should keep going.
Maybe if we run fast enough, the smell will just.
Horse!
The horses run up from behind you, where they had fled a good ways and cowered while this fight went on, and they returned.
I get on the horse.
You mount up.
I
And
get on the
continue.
horse behind him.
Me too. And the last one.
Herm.
This is not what I am.
Maybe he was talking about the horse as a him.
I could not see it, otherwise I'd fall off. I inspect for horse channels. I don't do that.
Okay. It's a mare.
The DM is like, okay, yeah.
Can't believe I
Wanna
have
do
to
that?
deal with this.
Well, you're playing a game with me and Ian. Of course you're gonna have to deal with this crap.
All right. You continue on into the forest.
From now on, I'm going to inspect.
I need you to delete that from. I need you to strike that from the records.
Too late. I don't edit these anymore.
Just one day, these are going to be on a OneDrive somewhere, and our grandchildren are going to be like,
Oh, good.
"Whoa, they played D&D for like years, and for some reason they thought that it'd be a cool idea to record it, and it's on a hard drive that I got in the will."
It's like back in the day when you'd record yourself on a cassette tape.
As you continue on into the deep, dark wood at night, nonetheless, you continue in your marching order.
Ah, I will protect.
Absolist, you protect. Make a perception check as you continue onward.
And I will be protected.
Bless is faded.
You pick D4s.
Hmm?
You pick D4s.
Give D4 to me, please. Thank you.
It's the baby.
I've got you.
Do not do that. I like it.
Make a perception check.
Can I have Merwin while we are riding along and I am looking for things? Can I please have Christ on cracker?
I use a tearful nightshade on myself.
Oh, can I have some of that tearful nightshade flower, please?
Yes.
Do you think those grow in the wild that we can like go just find those?
You could look.
That would be nice. Not in this forest. It is too dangerous. Perception check of 8.
8. You keep on going.
Give to me, please. 1 or 2 tearful nightshades, please.
I'll give you 2.
Thank you very much. I use those on me.
Roll your tearful nightshades.
What is tearful nightshade? I
1d8.
1d8
Just had to look it up myself.
because I don't have any and I don't have it written down.
You guys do possess a couple of healing potions as well.
Oh yeah, I have
Save that for
savers.
The Savior's elixirs.
10.
Save those for any.
like
I
in
heal 10.
combat. I'm about to die.
Alright.
I should have used it the other day.
So continuing on, the nighttime especially makes this
Thank you, Merwin.
absolutely oppressive darkness. The only light comes from some of the bioluminescent flora, but there aren't many of them. You hear as you go along, there is fauna and wildlife out there, but more of it sounds strange and even threatening here, but you don't sense that you're under any immediate danger. But the road that you're on continues, you go for another couple of hours. And you sense, make a survival check.
Me?
Yes.
Well, it's probably an intelligence check, so bad. 14.
The road gets a little worse. It begins to dip a little bit, and you lead the party as you lead the party, the whole thing kind of starts to go downward. And it's so dark that even those of you with dark vision have a little bit of trouble with this. But you sense the environment around you change a little bit. It starts to get colder. You see in shades of gray that you've entered a sort of cave-like area. It is just where the road has taken you. You're not sure if you've gotten a little bit lost or not, but you enter a colder, a bit of a cave-like area.
Do not look at me. I feel you whinging at the back of my head. Do not look at me like that. You've just followed path.
The darkness makes it incredibly difficult to determine exactly the nature of your surroundings.
You want a lantern?
Beautiful horse is just taking me wherever path goes. She wants to go. Do not whinge at me unless you feel like you want to do better.
You want the lantern?
It won't know if lantern will help, but I will take lantern. But
Alright, so you light up this lantern, and as the brilliance lights up, you see that you have entered, a cave-like area.
Cave-like area.
that is cave-like area.
It continues to decrease in elevation. You, and you hear a noise in front of you.
Great.
There's sort of a pound, like footsteps.
Nothing.
There is a growl. And you get in a little further, and you enter this chamber with a lot of bioluminescence. It gets a little bit brighter in here to where you can see this dim light. And there is this huge form that just rises from the floor of this cave. And it is this immense bear-like creature.
We turn around.
It is similar in some respects.
Well, we tried.
It is similar in some respects to the creatures that you just fought, but it is much larger. It looks, I found this, it looks a bit like this.
Good night.
You can't really see the head on that image, but it raises up its head. You see these huge fangs, and it's got like this beard of moss and lichen just crawls all over its body. And this immense fungal bear rises, sees you, and it charges immediately.
Of course it does.
Absolutely feral sound. It makes this.
Any chance I can use command and stop it in its tracks? Any chance that it understands common?
You don't get a surprise. You don't get a surprise round. Everybody just. Oh, I'm gonna draw the cave first. You know what? It's far enough away that I will give you a one surprise round. A turn.
Well, I'm making a joke that that part of command is that it understands my language.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that. It don't. I need an erase here.
It's on the tip of the marker.
Oh yeah. Brilliant.
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 Oh, that's the end of the story.
Oh my god. Snowing.
Snowing.
Right on the border in the garden.
Bracken downstairs.
Oh, and the berries.
Oh, this, I wonder if it's on the berries. Oh.
Some of those little lands.
Snow on the lands. Alright. You arrive at this
Just want 5 more minutes.
chamber. Bigo Cave.
The road where we die.
There are a couple of pillars, the stalagmite pillars, that go straight all the way from floor to ceiling of the cave.
I went minis that have little laser measuring distance thingies on them. You just put the top of them and then it spreads out circular circles of how far you can go.
Yeah. All right. So you you immediately dismount. The horses retreat. Roll initiative.
Oh, I did, and then I forgot what I rolled.
I didn't forget. It was just terrible.
I cast Bless on you folk.
You give us the wrong dice.
I'll trade back if it bothers
No. You use the pink one now.
you. Don't complain, you hoe.
Angustia.
If I want to complain, Skankosaurus Rex.
Angustia. 25 to 20.
Oh, so you get to complain, sorry.
Nobody? 20 to 15. What do you roll?
16.
Oh, wait.
I didn't roll that. You rolled that.
Yeah,
15.
you rolled an 8.
15 to 10? 10 to 5?
7.
What'd you roll?
8.
What?
Stupid, sorry. I cast Bless.
Yes, you did.
I didn't-
Alright, the bear goes first. This huge fungal bear dashes at you. Yeah, he's got.
Where does he stop?
Nobody knows.
He just keeps running. He doesn't even know to talk, so he runs out of the cave.
All the way up to all the way up to Absolute from the front.
Right. Worth promptly craps himself. I don't need to go to the toilet any longer.
I went in my pants. That was David Bowie. Oh, I went in my pants.
Alright. It is going to first. It is going to use Confusion Spores.
Of course it is.
It ejects a puff of spores at Absolute. You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Did I get Bless off before?
Yeah.
$22.
Save.
This is like Big Boss. I'm afraid that I'm afraid.
You manage to shrug off this first attack. Let's see. It uses either its and then and then a claw attack is second. All right, that's a 26.
Hits.
So it rears up with big claws that comes down at you. You suffer 19 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, we might have to go. 19?
Yes.
We might have to go.
Ooh.
Bless is still up.
All right, Gerwin, you're first. You'll probably want to pull out all the stops for this one.
Yeah,
I was thinking,
about that.
how close is Absolute to it? Like
She's
up-
right up and engaged, yes.
Because I was gonna throw an alchemist fire at it.
Not advisable.
Unadvisable right now.
And you can hit it to the side if it's a large creature, being like a 5x5.
If
or
you
a
toss
10x10.
it like really well, you could go you could like toss it behind
Or
it
to the sides.
or to the sides.
You could with your movement. You're not starting within 5 feet of me unless you like moved up pre, but whatever, the placement's already up. You have 10 feet of extra movement
So I could like come over here.
and hit it from like the side or back. Yeah.
Let me try that.
Okay.
Where do you want to move to?
Over.
5, 10,
35, 45.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35?
Yeah, that works. Then what do I do for Alchemist Fire?
What's the text say?
Roll to hit.
I don't know, I just have it in
I
my
believe it's
inventory as
ranged.
extra.
I think it's a range attack roll. Yeah, ranged attack against the creature. So, d20 add your dex.
Okay. Um, 21.
21 hits. Roll 1d4.
Uh, 3.
Alright, 3 fire damage.
It's not very much.
It takes 1d4 fire damage at the beginning of each of its turns unless it uses a
Action to put itself out.
dexterity check, DC 10 to extinguish the flames. Alright. That is that your turn? Yoda?
And I rate.
And your rage. Alright, very good. Absolutely.
We gotta buy more powerful stuff.
You are up.
Yeah.
Wareth is up? Is that?
No, absolutely.
I rolled 1 higher than you.
I forgot you hadn't done that.
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him. It doesn't hit. Something along the lines of 13.
No. You swing and just miss it. Bury the tip of your sword into the ground.
Something along the lines of 19.
Hit.
Is it a whole action to put the Venom Strike Oil on?
Yes.
Of course it is.
5 points of damage.
Okay.
You can't do it as a bonus.
No, it takes an action to apply. Alright.
And I'm going to use my 40 feet of movement to stay within. It's 5 foot. I'm just going to circle around the back of
Sure.
it, not disengaging. 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20.
You do this little dash after making a small slash on it. You dash and get around right to the back of it.
The elliptical.
Alright, Warth, it's your turn.
So I'm going to use my movement and not stay alone in front of this thing. Let's see. I will use my whatchamacallit to disengage. 5, 10.
You don't need to disengage.
Because you weren't engaged with it yet.
Do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Guess that's as far as I can go.
Unless you want to use your action to move.
I do not, because I want to shoot it.
It's engaged with it, so you would get sneak.
Sneaky, sneaky, stab, stab.
Make that shooty attack.
I should have done that. I should have done that.
Do I get advantage, right?
for. Oh yeah, it's engaged with Absolute, so yeah, you get advantage.
Oh, good.
Shoot.
That was a 1.
I should have done that. I should have done that. I should have done
D4.
16.
God, just this. Yeah, just your bolt clatters off the wall of the cave. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright, it's the bear.
What's the name of this bear?
The fungal bear. Apex predator of the mushroom forest. Oh, initiative order 20. It's going to use a lair action.
We gotta go.
Sprouts. Tangling mushrooms sprout up around Mirwin's feet. And legs just growing up from the ground. Make a dexterity saving throw.
You do not have +5, but you do have plus.
I have advantage on dexterity against effects I can see. Do I add this to it or not?
Ooh.
19.
Alright, yeah, so you pull, like, you feel this starting to pull at your feet and legs, and you just rip out and dance away before they can get you. And then the bear is going to go.
I'd like to take a moment to think that Absoluth's Bless did that.
And it's going to use pacifying spores on you, Absolute. Make a DC, make a Constitution saving throw.
17?
Just misses, does not save. You are, so you get this wave of like lethargy washes over you as it ejects spores, and you're stunned.
But it's so adorable.
It is pretty cute. Don't forget to take fire damage.
1d4 fire damage. All right, you roll that d4 for me.
1.
All right.
That dice is made for blessing, and that's just what it's do. One of these days, it's not gonna roll fire damage very well for you.
And then as soon as it stuns, it will hit you with its claws.
No!
But that's only a 17.
This is. Does it get advantage because I'm stunned?
Let's see. Stunned.
Technically.
Yes, they do. I have minor integrity.
If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die by the rules.
That's even lower. So still misses you.
It's a calculated gamble, but I took it.
It somehow just whiffs, even just having to hit you with its pacifying spores.
Playing by the rules.
They're gonna die.
That is going to be its whole turn. All right, he's done. Ewan, you.
I guess I will swing my axe at him. Natural 20.
Nice.
Ooh, there you go.
Smite!
And you have brutal critical now. Don't forget.
I don't know what that
I think
means.
is that added automatically
Mm.
on there or not?
It automatically did 2 instead of yeah, it doubled it.
Well, it doubles it, but you have brutal critical,
Brutal
which you get at level
critical is-
9. It's an extra damage dice when you crit.
Oh.
So roll yet another.
It's a
Die.
different thing though.
So
question mark?
another D8 or
Look it up. I'll play your handbook.
okay, so
Beginning 9th level, you can
it's
roll.
supposed to be
We bought it for
1d8 plus 5, and it changed it to 2d8s plus 5.
Because you critted.
Yeah.
But you roll
And then I add
another
another-
one.
Okay.
because beginning at 9th level you
Or you just double what it is. No, because do you double the?
beginning at 9th level you roll one additional weapon damage die when determining extra damage for a critical hit. So you just roll another one on top of it.
damage.
Alrighty.
My second hit was an 11.
That one is expected to the first one. You get this huge axe strike, cleaving through a huge portion of its mushroom, falling to the ground and into its flesh. Right, that's you. Absolutely.
Alright, shake this. Done, yeah? Is it end of my turn, or is it...
It's at the end of your turn. Just say.
do I save from it at the end of my turn, or do I have to roll at the end of my turn to see if I save?
Let's see. At the.
Is it like the previous beasts?
It is, yeah. The stunned creature may repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Shucks. 16.
Just that fails. Close. You remain stunned, unable to shake off this just lethargic feeling that just washes through you.
We have to leave this place. We have to get to the Java.
I will shoot it.
Okay. Advantage.
Natural 20.
Alright, there you go.
Nice. Total of 28.
All that damage.
Plus a D4. Make me feel useful. Thank you. 31.
What was the... Yeah,
To
so,
hit.
so there's 8 points of damage plus... What is it? What is this? Why has things popped up? I don't want things to pop up. Oh,
What?
I don't
8 doubled, and then you double your sneak attack as well.
Yeah, well that doubled it, I think. What, right? Because I only have 1d8 for damage, so that's 2d8s.
Oh, weird how it's doing that.
Because I rolled a 20, so it auto puts it.
Interesting.
But I don't think it doubled
It did not.
Okay. So,
You can straight double it then.
Yeah,
So
the
that's-
first one is not doubled. The second one, the first one is doubled. The second one is not. So that would be
36 damage altogether?
36 damage.
Nice.
Sorry,
Finally.
for backseat gaming you.
No, you're fine. I need help
Oh,
sometimes.
screw up.
You get a crossbow bolt off, and it just like pierces like a critical area, like right like, behind its collar. It just buries all the way in. The entire shaft of the bolt just disappears inside his face. And Bear, it is Bear's turn.
Bear's turn.
In retaliation for that,
Oh, I knew I should have moved away.
it faces you. It is going to use its one use of Spores of Mental Annihilation.
That sounds dangerous.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Well,
You have +5 because you are within 10 feet of me. You have a D4.
I'm gonna need it because I rolled a 2.
You're not gonna save.
So that's 7 plus 1.
You should have rolled anything other than that.
You feel your mind absolutely overwhelmed with just energy until your mental faculties shut down. You are under the effect of the Feeble Mind spell for the next hour. Which means you take. Wait, no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
Your intelligence and
no.
charisma scores become 1. You cannot cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. You can identify your friends, follow, and fight to protect them. It just shatters your intellect. Normally this spell is much, much worse, actually. It lasts 30 days normally.
It's so bad.
This is an 8th level.
Jeez.
But it's the effects. So instantly you just feel this blankness come over your entire mind. You recover enough to know what you're doing and who your friends are. And you remember how to hold your weapons.
Good, bad, good.
But that is about it.
You turn into Grendel.
Grendel, smash!
Even dumber than Grendel.
Yet,
Like way dumber.
way dumber than
Your,
Grendel.
your mind just, it becomes, you can't even process the experience right now. And that is the only time you can use that.
I would hope so.
And that's going to be a full turn. You're up.
Are you not going to be able to do like sneak attack? Are you only going to be able to do like stupid?
It doesn't affect your ability to fight, except you can't cast spell. But you would still get sneak and stuff like that, technically.
Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
I would hope so.
There's the bug you're trying to get.
Kill it.
9 damage.
The
Pew,
AC is too
pew.
high.
Oh, this
I rolled too low.
That's a 14 hit.
Nope. The first one you get on the axe swipe off, you're a little shook from what just
And I'm going to frenzy for next round.
Alright,
I
very good.
forgot to do it last
a little shook from what you just saw Orith
Going catic.
go completely catatonic. Alright, that's you, Absolute. This can be ended by Greater Restoration, Heal, or Wish, which obviously you don't have Wish. And Heal is 6th level.
I don't have any of those. I have Lesser Restoration and I have Lay on Hands, which I was going to try, but if it's just obvious that I don't have any of those.
Am I smart enough to be able to put healing potion on her?
Yes. You kind of you stumble through just wading through this mental nothingness to just barely do the thing you know you need to do.
How hurt are you? How hurt are you?
Not very. I still have 91 points.
Jesus. Crystal the Cracker, you have a lot of hit points. Not that I was wishing for the one time I got to use the spores of
I mean, you're
mental
real bad,
annihilation
aren't
to
you?
work, but
Okay. Alright, I was going to do something to...
He hasn't actually done any damage to me, I don't think.
Yeah. I was not doing so hot.
Yeah, I had thought about using a potion on you instead of attacking my last turn, which I guess I'm glad I did attack because I did a buttload of damage to him.
Yeah.
You did, but like now, like, Feeble Mind is bad. Feeble Mind is very bad. Can I cast Cure Wounds on myself?
yeah.
Willing creature.
Yeah, you can always cast Cure Wounds on yourself, absolutely.
Okay, I am casting Cure Wounds on myself.
Did you see, you are still stunned, my girl, I'm sorry.
Instead of casting Cure Wounds on myself, I am going to. I'm going to save with a 30.
Yes, easily saved. Alright, you shake off that stunned state, those pacifying spores. Wake up to see Worth just...
Wake up!
Right below me! I hate that song.
Why don't you take it? Why don't you keep yourself on the table?
Worth, your turn.
Can I move? Oh no, end of my turn.
Then your turn.
End of my turn. I can't.
I shoot him.
Okay, you raise your crossbow,
I get advantage though.
just knowing how to do that. Muscle memory, essentially.
We could just keep
Yay.
Worth like this and not have the bite
You hit.
18?
Yes.
I mean, no, not 18. That's like 20 something.
What is that?
I've already got 23. Okay, then.
So the full of feeble mind is that if you don't save, you'll have another chance to save in 30 days, and if you don't save then, it's forever.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's ridiculously bad.
This is a highly nerfed version of Feeble Mind right here.
There is a very climactic moment in spoilers campaign 1 of Critical Role where this girl, this person that they've been
24 total damage.
very nice.
Hi.
That they have been like chasing for a long time. It has been like from the first episodes and is deeply tied into somebody's backstory. It is all the way into late game helping like the big bad evil guy. They cast Feeble Mind on her and she fails, and it's like the most devastating moment. It is a huge climactic moment for campaign 1. So good.
Alright.
Feeble Mind is nasty. Sorry, just while all that was going on, I had to gush.
Anything else for your turn, Worth?
Can you drool on a bonus action?
Just drools into a cup.
No, but
Does he know how to use a cup?
Probably not. Alright. Bear, top initiative, lair action. Rocks fall.
We should have just run.
A rock just
We tried, but then
We
we got stunned.
tumbles.
Still can. Now we can.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think you were a bad GM.
It's not that kind of rock fall.
I thought you were pretty
Just,
good.
there's a rumble in the cave from just the commotion, and a small rock, like the size of a fist, falls.
Like the size of a bullet.
It's like 20 feet up there.
And the velocity of a bullet. Someone shot you with a gun, you die.
Basically right at Mirwin.
Of course.
Make a dex saving throw, please.
Oh, that's.
18.
Save. You dodge out of the way of this small, but pretty fast rock. It just Rocks fall, you die.
You. Okay, you saved. You also have +4+.
Right, it's my bear now. Is
Yeah.
going to.
Be annoying with that until the game's
Is
over.
gonna
He's not
simply.
used to annoying people.
It will simply turn.
Until Absolith is dead, I'm going to say that every time you are within range of me. You are dead. Sorry.
It will simply turn and take 2 claw attacks at Mirwin.
And I'm going to explain it every time because I feel like I'm being annoying.
It's a 22.
Oh,
First one.
that hits.
You raging?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Sorry for trying to play your character for you.
She's frenzying, you know.
Frenzy. Frenzy.
Frenzitis.
You suffer 21 points of slashing damage.
No, I don't.
Reduced to 11? What is it?
10, 11.
10. Yeah, 10. We rerun that. 10 points of slashing damage. Second attack. That's just 15 to hit. Misses. And that's gonna be his turn. He swipes twice, but can't misses on the second one as you get your shield in the way of its claws. That's the bear. It's you, your one.
Boo.
And frenzied, so 3 attacks.
Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
Remember that time you got swallowed by a frog?
Does a 31 hit?
Yeah, 31 hits. AC 31 creature. You would.
16 damage with that one.
Yep. Ooh,
Look at that.
Ah, boo.
I'm sorry for what happens 2 hours and 50 minutes into this recording, Nick.
13.
58 minutes.
13
The-
for the
Wow.
third one.
13 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
that
happened.
one doesn't hit.
You dumb.
Oh, my ears. Mirwin, that's you. Absolutely. You
At
are,
least I got one good hit in.
you are good to go for your turn this time.
That's why they use those clicky things in movies, because it makes a really sharp waveform.
But you can see really easy. McElroy's use a clicker whenever they say something, whenever Travis says something, I'm sorry for going off on a tangent. They click it 3 times and then it is. You guys are fine and can probably fight through this. It's just that I'm feeling really bad. Like really bad.
I forgot I could do that.
So I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself. Is that my last? It's not, so that's fine. I heal 12 points of damage.
I forgot I could re-roll a natural one. Well, only once. Oh well.
Alright, you healed
Next
up.
time.
Next time.
Anything else with your action? On your turn.
I would like to. I'm good. That's it.
Okay. Worth, you are up.
Friend, meat shield number 2 hurt. Meat shield number 2 hurt.
Now, you can't speak or understand
Okay.
language even. You are way beyond that point.
Okay.
I move this way.
I try to give this one the Savory's elixir.
Okay.
Ooh.
You go up, you get up, and you manage to
What does that do?
you manage to board a doorknob. It's a
16.
whoa.
16, thank you.
Oh wow! I rolled 44 and got 4 on all of them.
Oh, max healing.
Max healing, thank you.
It's 4d4 plus 4.
Okay then. So you're right.
So 20.
Yeah, that's right. 20. That's max healing.
Goodness.
All right, so you help Absol quite a bit here.
And I can't, so I can recognize friends and foe and follow. I can't necessarily go anywhere of my own initiative.
You can, yeah.
Okay then.
He's gonna run away.
To move away from this monster thing a little bit.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm gonna go to there.
And, okay.
What?
I was gonna say you got 10 extra feet of movement.
Yeah, I'm not trying to run out of the cave. I'm just trying to
Okay.
get out of too close for comfort range.
I mean, at this point, we each could take an opportunity attack and leave, depending on how bad this thing is looking, if we want to finish.
I mean,
it.
it's
Now that we're...
many of its fungal shells and mushrooms are carved off. There are deep gashes in its sides from where Mirwin is carved with a sword, and you as well. That wound from the crossbow bolt behind its collarbone is worsening. It appears to be very injured.
If Worth could speak, he would say, I think we're doing okay. But all you hear is...
Does it do any fire damage?
No, but
It's only taken 1 or 2 turns?
I couldn't.
2 more turns. 2d4 fire damage is
That's generous, because I...
4 whole fire damage.
Ooh, 4 whole fire damage.
Maybe it's weak to fire.
There's some flames looking up on its fungus, burning up its moss a little bit. All right. Is that going to be your turn? The rest of your turn. Okay, back to the bear.
Thank you.
Going after Mirwin again.
You gotta stay alive to keep me alive.
You're doing pretty well for yourself, David.
Or is it?
For the moment. I have to pee.
Okay. There you are. Natural 100!
Oh.
So, you tick. You suffer.
You suffer.
Scared to have it.
30 points of slashing damage, reduced to 15.
That's right.
So 15 points of slashing damage.
Uh,
Second attack. Second claw attack. It's 26.
God, night almighty.
And with that, 12 points of slashing damage, reduced down to 6. And... no, that's it. You're in. You're up.
Fire damage?
1 fire damage.
He looked at you.
It said Mirwood.
Mirwood.
I don't know what
You got two beefy girls down here.
yeah, my girls are beefy.
My girls are very
29 to hit?
29 hits, yes. Big hits. You and the bear are just going at it.
Is it doing like the mall thing where it's like
Yeah, just-
and Mirwin's doing the thing where she's like
15 damage.
Okay.
Natural 20 for the second hit.
oh.
Don't forget that extra die. Yeah, you're just muscling with this thing and keeping pace. Just shield up as it claws and slashes, and you get your axe in for cuts on its underside.
And 19 damage. Was that my second hit? That was my second hit.
Yep, that was your second. Now your third.
No! Oh wait, no! I forgot. It was a nat 1, but I can re-roll a nat 1.
Yes, you
Yes, you can.
With your
Once.
special with your special shield. Is it the shield or the axe? Yes.
It's the axe.
The axe gives you that time. That's right.
A 23 to hit.
Oh, it hits! Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah.
15 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Good night.
Oh, you bodied that thing!
I'll just bury the axe in his forehead or something.
Yeah, you missed it.
I heard some of it.
Merwin wrecked this thing!
How much damage did you do in that last turn?
How much did that?
More than 30. Okay, so you just get up, and you and the bear have been having a brawl pretty much the whole time. It's just been sporing the other guys, but you just fighting tooth and nail with this shield, just blocking its claws and teeth until you finally get an opening and just whoosh, its axe blade straight through its skull.
I did 47 things.
Yes. And it.
Worth thinks to himself because he can't say it out loud. You lost the moment you heard these words.
I don't even think you can think that.
Shut up. Let me have this, dang it.
I thought you said that.
You don't. You got feeble-minded, fool.
Shut up.
Ow, that was my
You
kid.
said that to the
And as it collapses,
gunpowder thingies. I thought you did.
the
wanted to.
all of the fungus on its back, it starts to shrivel, and then you see it.
We need to go. We need to go.
Constitution saving throws.
We need to go. You have a D4 and +5.
Do I need to save?
No, you're too far away.
Oh, good. Could I even save?
Yeah.
I wonder, just to see.
Yeah.
32.
Yep. You both save. It sounds like
you don't know mine yet.
Oh, what'd you roll?
31.
Yes. as it collapses and lets loose its last burst of these spores, you turn away, hold your breath. And with that, the fungal bear is dead.
This is oak, is it not?
Wow, that was quite a display, Mirwin.
That was fun.
Good job.
That was that was quite a display. All right.
So is this oak?
Yes. You find yourself there in the chamber now. Bare, completely obliterated. You two turn, you see Wareth there. And Wareth, just as soon as the battle's over, you just go slack and blank.
But
No expression.
what is wrong with you? Come here, Bibbin. I go up to him and I'll put 5 points of lay on hands into him to cure a disease, neutralize a poison. Yeah, cures the disease or neutralize a poison.
Out of game, I know that won't work, but Absolute doesn't know that won't work. So she's gonna say.
You put your best energy into it and pull away, and you're shocked that it seems to have no effect on his state.
Well, I have a few more things that I can try.
This actually reminds me a lot of Worth. The hood's a little wrong.
I want to look around the
Common
cave and
bandit.
see if there's anything else
All right, make an investigation check.
that we should be on the lookout for.
I do not have anything else that can help him today, but tomorrow.
Natural
maybe.
20. 27.
You find a couple of bodies in this cave, actually. In fact, several bodies.
I would like to drool on the floor.
You do exactly that.
I
Just
feel like I need to roll to do that, though.
roll to drool on the floor.
Plus phase.
No, darn. I'll do 6.
Right. Yeah, you drool on the
That's
floor.
succeeds.
It's not a hide and seek. Okay. Yes, you find several bodies, and
Probably because I keep moving and
I'll
touching my leg
let
like
you
that.
lead on with that check.
Okay.
I just feel bad doing it.
All right.
Yeah.
These appear to be older corpses. One of them is mostly a skeleton in armor.
Grandpa's?
You find 2 Savior's elixirs.
Ooh.
Among the rest of them, a total of 100 gold.
Ooh.
Sewing kit.
Do we have to share with Wareth now that he is in this weird state that he is in?
And a large, beautifully polished onyx stone.
Ooh.
He doesn't know anything. Can I cast? No, I can't. I did not take it.
I look at my sword and I try to lick it.
Put it in here.
Well, if I don't see any impending doom around us, I'm going to suggest that we rest for a little while.
You see no impending doom. You can make a perception check if you like.
Now I have 2 sewing kits.
22.
Seems the thread is gone.
I
You
need
have,
23.
Maybe we sew like blindfold on Worth so he doesn't go off and like. As I'm like holding onto his armor as he's like shiny.
So you can't say shiny, Susie.
Yeah, you still are just completely in this mental void. Nothing occurs to you. You stare blankly, barely
Well,
even
that's
comprehending
grand, too.
existence at this point.
I'm going to use one of the Savior's elixirs by myself.
Okay.
So now I still have
My
2.
gift from me to you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I found it on the bottom of the table.
Alright, you guys resting?
Wrong.
Alright,
Arm wrestle?
you gather then in the center of the chamber. Short rest or long rest? How long are you taking?
I can do watches, but we're down to 2 because you can't really trust.
Yeah.
We can't really trust Bilbo Baggins to do.
Well, we could just take a short rest.
Sucker
How
shots, like
long do
medication.
you think that we are from getting out of woods? If you had to, like, do you think we could make it, or is it?
You probably don't have much longer left in these woods.
Woods are dangerous place. We could take Worth out, just push through. But it's up to you.
Let's get him on the horse and,
But I'll fireman
Tie
pick him
down
up.
or
You're not
something.
short resting?
Huh?
Or are you short resting or not?
A short rest.
How long is a short rest?
An hour.
No.
You are,
Then I am-
by this point, after about an hour goes by, Worth,
I'd find out Worth down.
you feel a thump as Absolute puts you down. I'm not sure what's happening, but you all of a sudden feel this rush of consciousness.
Is it like when your nostril clears?
It's a bit like that,
Except your brain.
except it hurts.
Like being
Like,
Except
except painful.
You're up to 4. Because I gave you 5.
Existence
No, you
rushes
didn't.
back into your comprehension, and the last hour of your life is just a strange, inky black void of blurriness, and you have no idea what happened to you.
I come to and I immediately say, "You lost the moment you entered these woods." What's going on?
You see that the bear is dead now.
Hey, did I kill it?
No.
No.
Hey, you're copying again.
Yep.
Yeah, what exactly happened? Because I was fighting the bear, and then I'm here, and then and in between I was kind of non-existent. What happened? Inky black void.
You were hit with something by bear, and then you did do this with your hands. Because you've been
Oh,
doing
goodness.
this for like an hour and here. Maybe longer, maybe less. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and you just kind of made weird noises.
We tried talking to you, and you would look at the mushrooms that glow, and you waddled over to them, and I had to put you on leash almost. Multiple times. Had to put you on leash.
We were just gonna tie it to your horse and take you out. Take you out of the forest, not.
Take you out. We thought you were brain dead.
Right?
Okay then.
Should have looted his
You,
pockets.
after your short rest,
You probably would have found just a buttload of stuff in there.
and you leave via the exit to the cave. You travel through the last bit of the mushroom forest, and it is dawn is breaking as you pass through the final tree line of this fungal forest. You know, make your way into a much different region of Atria over the next couple of hours. The land rises in elevation. You can sense that you're approaching the coast. It becomes rocky, harsh. There are fewer trees, no flowers. Only a scattered few fungal patches cling to rising stones. This land is windswept and colder than the places you've been in Atria so far. You approach this tall words. You approach this area. A couple more hours, and you see a palisade wall, thick, pointed timbers. In it, a gate with 2 guard towers. This would be the village of Behold, which is this map here. You approach the gate. And the guards, one in each tower, smile down at you. Bonjour, travelers. What can I do for you all? Are you willing to enter a fine town today?
Like if I had to
Yes, please.
Ah, they may come on in. And they open this wooden gate for you. Seems that the wall and the gate, it's a, you see that it's, like all the buildings are turned inward, and there are walls between them. It looks like it's mostly just kind of to protect from anything that might come out of the mushroom forest. As you enter, it's a quaint little town. There's a well in the center of this town square. You pass by a metalworks blacksmith shop. There's a larger house. Number one is the looks like it's the home where the alderman might live. Number two, there's this blacksmith shop. Iron Breath Metalworks says the sign. Number three, you see where there's guard barracks, a little more fortified. 5 is a general goods store. It says General Goods by Girardeau. And number 4, that building, has a sign that says Cliffside Cheese and Butter. And of course you recall, you were to look for a nice little cheese shop, according to William, where you would find Valkenor.
5 is barracks.
5 is general goods.
Oh yes.
3 is the guard barracks.
And 1 and 2.
Number 1 is the alderman's house, and number 2 is Iron Breath Metalworks.
What was 4 again?
Cliffside Cheese and Butter, where you were directed to go.
Cheese and barracks.
A few people mill around the streets. It's not a large town by any means. There's looks like a half-elf woman nailing a hammer at something at her forge.
Is there a tavern in here?
You don't see one.
No.
But you do see Cliffside Cheese and Butter. Where do you go?
We have not had a rest at all. What time is the exit?
Mid-morning.
We should rest.
We should rest.
Are the people about?
Yeah, there are a few. You draw a little bit of some looks.
Somebody close?
There's one person. You see a man sitting on a bench.
We are weary. We have just traveled through forest. Where might we find somewhere to sleep?
Well, don't get many travelers this way. There is not much in the way of an inn. Unfortunately, we are always home to the people that are here. Might have to ask someone around here to stay with him. Have you any friends or family to you in Perrault?
We have business.
Who is your business with?
Our business is with the one that operates cheese factory.
Oh, Valkenor.
Da.
Well, ask Valkenor if you can stay with her. She's a wonderful woman. We just don't have much call for an inn here. If people want to drink together, they gather in the town square with benches and ale, but we have no tavern. Désolé.
Da, thank you for your help.
Oui, bien sûr.
We will go and meet the one we seek.
My input is right after. I just gotta go through this one more thing.
Da. Well, then let us go to Cheesecake Factory.
Alright. You enter Cliffside Cheese and Butter. Within the building, you find a quaint little setup. Several tables and benches, equipment for churning butter, making cheese. You see there's a cauldron and a hearth, something simmering, piles of cheesecloth set up on the tables. And you see as well a good amount of stacked wheels of cheese, sacks with various other unknown goods, other things, In the middle of it all, you see a woman working at a butter churn.
What's the DC say for this?
Whoa!
Sorry for Booba, but I thought the art was very good.
You don't have anything to apologize. Oh, you don't have to apologize for this.
She stands there in the middle.
You know how some girls are like, my eyes are up here? She does not have this problem.
She raises her eyes as you enter. Hello? Can I help you?
What was the name of that guy?
I'll reach into my bag, take out the covered skull, and put it on my barrel.
What is this?
William sent us.
We are looking for information. Don't worry, we intend no harm. We did this thing because we thought it would be cool, and then as we're like doing it, I realized that it was like very intimidating, and like we're here for you. We just want to talk.
You notice she has her hand behind her back as if she's going for a weapon. Who are you?
I'll draw my blade,
Where did...
set it up against the wall, and
She's got a dagger in her hand instantly.
I'll just leave the blade and lean away from it. We are honestly not here for that. We are honestly here to talk.
What are you here to talk about?
Should this go
Shard
outside?
of face steel.
What?
An ancient relic that was once in the town that I don't remember names of. Rasson. That is a piece of a large face steel staff.
She takes a second and then just looks utterly dismayed. That thing has caused me enough trouble in my life.
And we are not here to cause you any more trouble. We are simply searching for it as one final mission to destroy.
Him?
That.
He sent you.
That.
How do I know he really did send you?
Because we have the weird, creepy skull.
He said it would mean something to you.
He
That's
does.
all he said? Did he say
He
anything?
told us her real name too,
Which is?
Francesca.
That.
Yes, he told us to find Francesca.
What would you like to know?
Where it is would be helpful.
Anything you can tell us
Yes.
about the relic?
I used to be a member of the Scholars Guild, so I stumbled on some information at the library metropolitan. It intrigued me and I investigated. I found a scroll about a relic taken to Atrea during the breaking. Spoils of war taken from some unmentioned place. Something about it struck me as special. You know. I read about it more. That they took pains to keep it hidden and safe. But I found it noted that it was brought to Rasson shortly after its arrival. Now, of course, the breaking was 752 years ago. Normally, I would assume that probably it had moved on to someone else by now, but I started digging deeper for information. I learned little by little, doing some snooping,
That is how you got in trouble.
that, well, there's more to it, but I learned that the relic had been in Vincent as recently as 25 years ago. And that was 10 years ago. So it had only been 15 years at that point that it was still in Vincent. After that, I still don't know how, but someone found out what I was looking for. First I got threats, telling me to stop looking for things that I should not. I didn't listen, of course. So then the attempts on my life started. I escaped multiple assassins and bounty hunters. Whoever wanted me dead was willing to pay a lot of money to get it done. So, someone rich, but that hardly narrows it down, Emerson. But then I managed to kill one of my would-be assassins. And on his body, I found the order for my death. It was not signed, but I recognized the symbol on the wax seal of the envelope. A fleur-de-lis upon a crown. Violet wax. It was sent from the Château de Foncé, the castle. Whoever ordered my death at least had access to the official lettering materials of the King's Court. And it was then that I knew that staying in the city would mean death for me. So I left it all behind. The Scholars Guild, my friends, everything. I ran off to this isolated place through that dangerous wood. I took an elvish name, got these tattoos, grew my hair long, and no one has found me out for 10 years. Not until you. I suppose if William was certain enough to trust you to steal the skull and give it to you, and I suppose that merits me being honest with you. That is all I know. All I was able to find out before I had to leave.
That's good information.
So if you're looking for someone, start at the top.
Thank you. We will leave before we cause you any more trouble.
So, before we leave,
What else do we have to talk?
we would very much like to stay the night somewhere nearby.
Not with her? Why would we sleep with her?
Because there's nowhere else to stay in town?
We will find a place. Obviously, if there are people that much wanting her dead, us being around would cause her to die.
Please give my regards to William.
I knew you were going to say that.
We will.
Thank you. Alright. You leave? Make a deception check, yeah.
Natural 20.
Alright, yep, she doesn't even think, still doesn't think twice. I appreciate it. Is there anything else you need to know? That is all I know about the relic.
Do I believe her?
Make your mental check.
Well, pull on the phone. Insight?
Inside.
I do have a +4 to that, but it's still 9.
You don't sense any deception.
Hard to read.
Hard to read. Alright.
So, we leave. We'll find someplace else to sleep.
Having gained the information, that is where we will end tonight's session. Ooh, guys.
I wouldn't